trying. I'm just lying here. I'm so fucking sick of that fucking dickhead. It's time to get out of your feelers. You're triggered and stop playing Venta. Quick cupcake, yeah. Quick cupcake, yeah.
Whoops, that's the wrong one. Hold up. I'm pretty happy with how that turned out. There's a few things that I didn't like, but mostly B-roll. I don't have the subscription to the newest, the VO that I was using for a while. That's why I've stopped doing a lot of those videos, but that was older stuff. Some I hadn't used before, some that I have. But it is a great day today. It's a beautiful Sunday. I'm feeling a little bit, I'm feeling very split. Like I'm pretty solid right now, and my brain is doing okay. My body's a little bit rough, and some digestion. Some of the older issues are resurfacing. But I try to keep a positive attitude because I know that mindset can only help things, and rather than freaking out. So you always got to keep those things in check. But I wanted to go into a few things here uh, before anything else. I mean, obviously, there is a long-standing what would you call it? Like a friendly rivalry, I guess. Like, I for the most part it was friendly, even when it wasn't. And the reason why I wanted to bring this up is because as soon as there's a another person who seems to be trying to butt heads with me, it goes to a much darker place, and it gave me some sort of clarification, right? What is one? And I know this is sort of there's a lot of people here who have been like, yeah, fuck yeah, OTW sucks ass, oh yeah, let's bond over that. And I mean, he does sometimes, yeah, I get that for sure. And we haven't really had a conversation beyond the one that we did with Yolanda, but I just wanted to make some things clear here. I appreciate him in this space in the way that I've never seen him love bomb me. I can't tell you if that's ever happened. I don't believe it has. A lot of people do that as a power move, and for some people, it's very effective. People can be very vulnerable to that excessive amount of appreciation, to where they really just, because like it's what happened with me and Gabe. I was like so taken aback, like, oh, dude, this guy's so cool, and we just vibe and we get it, that I didn't really expect this to for him to be the kind of person with that evil inside of his heart that he has. And I have seen, OTW do some pretty, nasty things in some cases, but I'm sure he'd say the same thing about me. But I've also not love bombed him. So, I mean, I don't really love bomb people. I think that it's very clear that I just don't do that. And it's one of these things where I guess a lot of these guys are looking into these strategies, these psychological tactics, these power games, they're always using those words. To where maybe it would benefit me if I did that. But I was just already, after 1 day or 2 days of this shit with who, just like wanting to throw up, you know what I mean? Just like sick to my stomach, because it's not fun, it's not cute, it doesn't inspire creativity, it doesn't inspire me to do better, because I don't think I could possibly do any worse than where he's gone. I hope he can just kind of sit in it and hang like in the sort of unpleasantness of it all, the way that he went, about that yesterday. And I just really can't go too much further beyond that, because I don't have much else to say. I mean, for me, it's just night and day difference. There was a time with Paul, where I felt as though I wasn't really being myself, and I was just saying what he wanted me to say. It's another place where OTW has never really had that power over me, so I can appreciate that. And even if he tries to flex like he wants that, sometimes I don't know if it's just if it's in him the way it is some of these other characters. I don't believe that OTW has unrealistic goals like Jack. Because a lot of people here, dude, a lot of people give me a fucking really hard time for, why do you think he's worth the time of day? Why do you fucking give a shit? And I mean, I do think that he's been a little bit bitchy. That's the word I keep using, but I think that it's, even when I was pissed off at him, I didn't really shy away from showing some appreciation in some senses, to where even when he's puffing his chest, I don't know if it's really as authentic as some might, or maybe he even himself might believe it to be. Because I can see a lot of the growth that I guess is maybe in his mind growth, but it's also sort of the same elements that we see in other people, just in a less severe case, like Gabe, where it just takes itself to the extreme. One time my daughter actually walked across over here, and her head was in the frame for like half a second, and OTW pulled it down, and somebody asked him what happened, and he didn't even acknowledge it. I appreciated that from him. This was months ago. But yeah, he never, brought in, my family. He's been really, really annoying with a lot of shit. Like a lot of shit. Obviously, I'm not just like saying that he's a great guy, and I just want to, oh my God, all is forgiven. No, I just want it to be clear here that I just, after 2 weeks of beefing with him, no harm, no foul, versus the 1.5 days of beefing with, who, which it's just gross, dude. It's just the way that people are going to use this sort of, everything is so inverted. It's just the way that what happened yesterday was clearly a demonstration of somebody trying to use a tragedy for their own gain. Something that he's trying to claim is what I'm doing. Which, if that was the case, I would have never, I just don't understand the tactic that would have been a part of. I'm not sure what clout you think this has brought for me. If anything, it was far before I ever had anyone in this space. So it's just I was naive, and the only positive thing that's come out of it is to see who NPC really is, and I think it's kind of given a lot of people some clarity of mind, right, to the way that these people operate. And we saw a sort of psychological strategy yesterday where they were trying to control the narrative by being very strictly in charge of the chat, which I see OTW do it all the time. So fucking still bullshit, OTW. You need to get better about that, Jeeps. Get your shit together. Come on. I say that because I believe they might actually, one day do better. But with Gabe and all those, I don't think they'll ever do better. I think that's the evil. That's just a lot of these guys. I'm not sure how long they go back. I know that Tommy was the first friend that NPC says he has here, the main N-word user of all there could possibly ever be. And, it's one of these things to where it is a weapon for some people. Because I believe that I've heard Paul say it plenty of times around him and really no criticism. But it's sort of, that's his way to shut people down, even though, like I said, he has to really stretch things. He has to edit things out of context. He has to do a red filter to make things look like evil whenever he's the one acting in evil. So I just want to point out that, what was it before this shit that it got so dark? What was really going on? It was a fucking, it was a dragon with a picture of OTW with teeth, crazy teeth on it, going like, you know what I mean? It was like, it was worlds away from this shit. I mean, even when we were having our big arguing, it's just fucking words. And words aren't going to hurt us ever. Okay? They might a little bit, but they're never going to hurt us the way that some people try to really just take it to a place that's just, those words that you used yesterday, those don't hurt me. It hurts everyone. Not in a realistic, tangible way, but in a way that is just, it's taking things to a place that nobody wants to be. I saw somebody comment on the video yesterday saying, "What happened to NPC?" And he said, "I'm still here, Jody." And I guess it's true. I guess he's been this person the entire time. And I'm sorry I'm not reading the chat. Y'all know how I can get sidetracked very easily. I'm already sidetracked without reading. So let me see what else I have to get into before I start reading the chat and get, thrown off. So Yolanda has showed us what is possible when we step out of the overly aggressive Machiavellianism. Yeah, I keep seeing people go there. And that shit is, I watched one of these videos. It's kind of similar to the ones that Paul plays in the beginning of his streams. And then as soon as you watch one, the algorithm picks up on it and it just starts overloading you with this shit. So there's some things that the algorithm is very interesting because there's some things where you have to watch one time and then it'll just be all up in your shit. Even if you watch 5 minutes of it, it just assumes you want to see more of that. Almost like it's trying to ingrain these ideas into your brain. And a lot of these psychological videos, these Alan Watts and Machiavelli and just a lot of the stuff that I believe is being listened to and read by many of these people. I know these things started off as books and many people still read them as books, but they're often consumed as audio content now. I don't believe it's the way I operate. I had a conversation with Pero earlier about these things. I've made it clear where my heart and my passion is at right now. It's, out in the real world and the weather's nice. And this is the best time of year for me because I just love being out there and it's not going to be too long till it's going to be cold, which I still like the cold weather, but it's not quite as easy to be out and about exploring things. I want to encourage people to do the same thing I'm doing if it interests them, just because I can't be everywhere. And wherever you are, if you see anything that's abandoned, recently abandoned, long time abandoned, I just want to know more about these stories. Like, I still can't figure out what happened to this place that I've been visiting this week or this weekend, the City Place / Uptown Dart Station. I would love to know. I'd love to know what's going on there. So yeah, the old world near you. I'm sure there's something that you could find. But okay, let's get into the chat. Thank you for listening to my brief. Holy crap, 42 and I'm all alone. 44. Whoa. What happened? All right, so here we go. We got a lot of comments to get into. Holy guacamole. A 35-year-old punk, that is. Who's the 35-year-old punk? Moose? Hold on. I gotta. Oh shit, there's so many comments to catch up on. All right, thank you, Hank, for leaving a super chat or a member for 2 months. He is the only $10 tier member. So shout out to Hank for being the only $10 member. Remember, everyone, $1 memberships exist for all the people. And that's, just saying. It's been a slow weekend for the financials and stuff. And you used transitions. Yes, I did. The weather's freaking gorgeous in Texas. It absolutely is. Hey, Chuck's here. I feel sorry for OTW at this point. I do too, but you know who I don't feel sorry for? I don't feel sorry for NPC, because he's just. I feel sorry for the family if he's putting this person in the thumbnail, like he's trying, like this is his desire for clout, like that video that we saw yesterday from Pero. It's disgusting to me because I acknowledge it was my mistake for bringing anything up. It was, like I said before, I had anyone here. So OTW love bombs for sure. I've never seen it, to be fair. Maybe he does. I'd like to hear a good example. I don't think he does it in the way that I've seen it come from Paul. And yeah, you're the missing piece. Yeah, dude, you're you were gonna change the world. If anything, he's been like, I don't know about you. Maybe you're something. Maybe you're not. You got to prove your worth to me. I don't fucking know. But he's never been like, Landry, you're doing everything fucking awesome. You know what, dude? You. Never seen that from him. I have a love bomb for you. All you talk about is farting, D-head. It's like, what are you, 5? This place is psychological warfare, but it doesn't have to be. That's the thing, right? It really doesn't have to be. I mean, we need a little bit of roughing around and roughhousing and all those things, because it's just the nature of humanity at this stage, to where we don't struggle the way we used to. I believe that's why it manifests in health conditions, health issues, like I've experienced myself. Millions of people. I mean, I would say millions. I was going to say maybe it's tens of thousands, but between that and millions, people suffer from these psychological issues, from these digestive issues, heart issues, fatigue. Just people don't know what to do. Men, that's one of the big topics online, is men are lacking a purpose. It's one of the most suggested things if you want to get into the algorithm, because it has the highest potential for growth, is like, motivational videos, and then men's videos, improving men, all these things. So yeah, it's not just me, it's the world of just things have gotten a little bit too easy. So we have to make them hard on ourselves, but we could do it better. That's why I always say friendly competition is good. I should be able to call anyone here a bitch, or tell them, say, hey, you're being a little bit bitchy. Stop doing that. And then we can just move on with our fucking lives and not take, I'm a bitch. And then just go psychological explosion. Oh my God, I'm going to bring up this tragic situation and use it for evil power because I'm going to be powerful. 400 views. Oh! It's so fucking sad and pathetic, dude. And I can't believe that you think that it's going to look good for you. I mean, because no words. What's up, Jim from Florida? Sorry, I'm behind. El Pero, we have really been on same wavelength lately. Super creepy yesterday. You're talking about NPC? It was the creepiest thing I've ever seen in my life. It was like, and the worst thing is when people take things out of context and they splice them to try to spin a narrative. That is some evil shit. That's like I can't even tell you how evil it is. It's beyond me. I don't OTW wants to be bad, and I don't think Paul wants to be good. Many are sick of the manufactured drama at this point. That's what I'm saying. Yeah. So and that's why even when Lindsay tried to pull that card, I was just very much like, here's your card back. Here you go. Enjoy it. LOL, you are more outspoken than me, so I think mostly I noticed I agree with you often. I'm not sure who you're talking to. Snow was telling us who he was, and she was right. I know. I just where do we go from here, though, right? Because, I mean, if he's going to do this over words, I don't know. I can't imagine what's next. You know what I mean? Tommy has standards compared to Gabriel. I agree, I still want NPC red eye crying sticker. But here's the thing, right? For me, I know what would happen if I did that, right? Even right now, I'm already playing with fire by even just criticizing him with these words where I'm being sincere. Even if he came up here and we had a conversation right now, I don't know if I'd want to be honest. But I think it would need moderation. We would need Yolanda and maybe someone else's channel. I just couldn't imagine anyone explaining their actions away from this. I really can. I just can't. I just don't know how do you rationalize what happened yesterday with the chat and just like I said, and I saw some Shadow Buddha. Oh, we are all about dissenting opinions here. It's like it's evil and twisted to the sense of, yeah, we know that they see what we're doing, but we can just organize it like this. And if we just make sure to I'm not sure if on the replay it shows the comments that were removed, but if we do the replay and then we just play it back and it looks like there was no negative comments, we can just change the narrative again. It's all about art, crafting the narrative. It's all about the clout, and we just it goes a long way back with this guy. Illumitami got shown the fake 2, 3, 4 faced sides of him early on, again vindicating what you experienced yourself. Yeah, and that's why I laid off of him for like a month, and I just backed away and didn't talk to him. And then I went over to talk to OTW on his channel, and he kicked me off to get his his revenge. And good for him. I went about the rest of my day. I went on a walk. You know what I mean? And it was not as it could have been. It could not have been any simpler, to be fair. Orthodox guys panel and chat really had your back yesterday. Yeah, and I appreciated that. We had our differences in the beginning, but I mean, that's where you got to get at people. I've had my differences with almost all of y'all. I can't think of any of the people in the chat right now who haven't said, you know what, you're being a little bit shitty. You're being a little bit shitty. Or bitchy, you know what I mean? It's just these words. But I've never said, you know what, I'm going to take your life and I'm going to just reframe it as a totally different narrative to make you look fucking evil when I'm the evil one. Nope. Never done that. It's not in me. It's not in me to do that. I see that and it just, like I said, it makes me want to physically vomit. It really does. Yeah, but those words sting. Words might sting, but you got to remember this though. I don't know how to explain it. I believe there's a difference, right? I really do. I just think, especially coming into the space, I got, I mean, I don't even know how many times just dogpiled name calling, and they're like, oh, you got to get used to it. You got to get broken into this space. Sure, whatever. Even when it kind of pissed me off, I still moved on. It's okay. It's just words. Nobody here has your back. Are you kidding me? Okay. Well, I beg to differ. Paul is a 35-year-old punk. Oh, I thought he was older than that. NPC is desperate for clout. Yeah, he is. He is desperate for clout because even when he goes into his like mode of saying, "Hey, I'm just trying to do like the the high vibration, the positive energy and stuff. We're gonna watch videos and hang out and chill," he still like has this sort of track record for wanting to find out the extreme levels of information that will give people the most likely chance to get to his video. NPC was way out of line. That was gross when he changed the thumbnail. Yeah, he changed everything. I mean, he's shown that he's. I don't even know how to explain it, dude. Everything that he is and everything that we need to know about him as a man, because there's some things that are unredeemable, and he's shown them all. That was nothing what we did last night. All right, Shift, you want to come defend yourself? We saw what you did last night, dude. You tried to craft a narrative. You tried to I don't know who edited that video. I don't know if it was Shadow Buddha. I don't know what it was, but you are trying to rewrite history, essentially, right? To craft a narrative that fits your victim status. All of y'all involved in that space, right? You're using race as a weapon. You are finding the most out of line, out of pocket scenarios to I mean, I get it though, right? The tactic is we have our small group of people. Our small group is going to be so attached to each other, and we're going to be so ruthless that no matter what we do, as long as we have the 4 or 5 loyal guys, nobody can stop us. But you got to remember, dude, you have to be able to have some momentum in order to be stopped. OTW is one of the weakest men I've ever seen. He has no identity. He's too far gone. Well, Austin Murphy, consider the source. You know what I mean? I have empathy. Feeling sorry for people implies that one feels superior to others somehow, and no one is superior except the one, perhaps. I'm not sure if I agree. Avoided Hornet says, sup, people? What's up, Avoided Hornet? I've never not liked to host on YouTube as much as I don't like Gabe. It's really hard for me to feel like this about anybody. I know. It's just, for me too, because it's like when it starts off so strong and positive, and then he just brings it to this level. And I mean, at this point, I don't know what he does next. I think he either doubles down, triples down, quadruples down. He, clearly he has people here right now probably recording everything I'm saying, trying to twist the narrative, and spin it again. And he, what it is though, he's like, oh, I'm in Taiwan, I'm safe, you know what I mean? No one can get me here. And that's the thing, right? Because he assumes that he's going to double down, triple down, and then I'm going to double down and triple down and try to make, him look evil and twisted. But I don't have to try. He just does it himself. I don't have to spin the narrative and edit the videos and put false shit in the story and sort of, make my own version of this. It just already exists. It's effortless for me. So that's what he doesn't realize, that his job takes work because he has to do the editing, twist the story, put it out of context. Not me. His is just right here raw for all of us to see. It was sick how NPC made it about race. I know. And then just saying that I did it that way, right? Saying that I was, it's so inverted. I can't, all I have to do is just keep saying that this is why people say the mirror thing, right? Because sometimes everything someone else says is what they mean about themselves. Be careful, Andrew. You are on thin ice. What next, buddy? What next? What's going to happen next, Golden Renaissance Productions? Do not be afraid. I'll explain when you open panel. Yeah, these people, they want me to be afraid. They're so desperate for me to be afraid. It's just for what? Like, what am I doing to you, Golden Renaissance Productions? Going against the group that doesn't exist? Like, fuck off. You are on thin ice, buddy. I'm going to come get you. It's like, dude. It's okay. The more you threaten, the more it says about you. I wasn't wrong about him being spineless, was I? You fucking sure weren't, dude. Even though the first thing I said was lack of spine. I want to watch the live again and really break down how dirty NPC was. I'd love to be part of that, but not here. Not here. Sorry, I'm trying to catch up. Has a new cow emerged? I'm not sure if you mean LOL cow. Yep, that's me. Everything was out of context and clout chasing. That is why he involved Pharaoh. Clout. I feel victimized by all this victim mentality. I just finished an addiction to my chickens. Chicken house. Chicken biddies are all grown up. Okay. I had my face bitten off by people on YouTube. That was just a tiny little sting for NPC, and he came back with venom for Landry. IDK what happened, but it sounds like content. Yeah, but there comes a place where it's just too fucking far, dude. Like, it just doesn't. I don't know how to explain this. It's beyond content. When Paul and OTW were torturing Talcott, Jack didn't need a support group to cry and have someone mediate for him. OTW is weak, which is Paul makes an example of him. Well, here's the thing, right? Maybe that weakness is where I see value in the sense that I don't feel fear. Like, I feel fear, and that's just my honesty, in cases to where there's a lack of control or a loss of control in my own actions or choices. All right, we caught up to the comments. We can open it up here. We can derail this shit out the window. We got a good solid 30 minutes. Fuck yeah. And what's funny to me about Truther Cop, Golden Renaissance Production, is that every time he comes up here, he just doesn't, I don't know, he just does the worst job explaining himself. Always drunk. Like, hey man, you just don't get it. You just don't get it, dude. You just don't get it. You're just doing the same thing everyone else here has done before, dude. You don't get your criticizing Paul and doing this, that, dude. Like, do better, man. If you want to explain your shit, do better. Pin message. How many of us are just commenting to see how long he'll do this? What, read the comments? I'll do it as long as fucking I possibly can. I like Truther Cop. I'm sure you do. A lot of y'all like each other, and I don't think he's the worst. He's just horrible at explaining himself. I mean, I can't think of of somebody who does a worse job explaining themselves. All right, we got El Perro here, the unofficial co-host.
Greetings, everybody. Hey, you said you were afraid about using Gabriel's image. Let me explain something to everybody. If you're standing in your living room and you have the curtains wide open and you're jacking off and somebody walks out front, he's got a camera, and he catches you on camera and he posts it to the public, that's on you. Now, if you turn around and shut your curtains and he's still got that video, just because you shut your curtains doesn't mean he can't post it anymore. So when Gabriel tries to take stuff down and accuse you of copyright issues, when he put it in public first and you captured it in public and then he privatized it, Sorry, buddy, you lose. You already put it in the public domain. Evidently, you don't know what copyright issues are. Would behoove you to think twice about standing in a fucking open window jacking off again.
Well, and the thing that bothered me the most wasn't as much that, but it was the out of context editing. I mean, that shit he tried to twist that shit to make us look like we were. Yeah, I mean, just it was insane. And I mean, like I said, at first and then at the end, it didn't seem like Duke was really there for it. But I mean, when Joe Cool went up, I wish Joe Cool was here. I would really like to know his thoughts about it because he usually has a nuanced take. But last night, I just don't feel as though it was a good showing for anybody. I mean, because this is the thing. It's just rehashing the same shit again and again and again, using this tragedy for his clout.
Yeah, and when I went up there and did that, and I've done that many times on many channels, and again, you notice I shaved. But those are the things that people will hold against you for the rest of your life. Okay, I'm 59 years old. I wore that mustache for a year and a half of my life, and they're going to make that point my entire existence. That's what I'm talking about with the 0.1%. You're taking 0.1% and making it a reality for everybody else through your intimations, nuances, and projections of your own vulnerabilities. You're afraid of the N-word, and it has no meaning. Understand, the people that are afraid of that N-word don't comprehend that the Caucasian man created it. He who creates controls. Now they're trying to say they control it, and we can't use it. Fuck you, nigger. To explain it, except it's your own internal problem. If you're going to let some slave master name you Toby, that's on you. If you don't have the stamina to stand there and know who you are without having other people using that shit against you, that's on you. Greetings, brother.
What's going on, man?
Do you feel offended? Do you feel, real quick here, do you feel offended by my use of that word?
I just got here. I didn't even hear you. When all I heard was you say under the so-and-so amendment, we're all First Amendment niggers or something. And yes, I'm offended because you think a nigger means some ignorant person. And yeah, that shit's offensive.
Yeah, but it's not offensive as according to a race, is it? You yourself just described it as a matter of ignorance, not race, correct?
Yeah, I would agree.
Thank you.
It's a matter of ignorance.
I have a question though. Here's what I want to know about this whole situation, right? By being next to him, I guess this is my space, my zone. Does that make me guilty by association? I say guilty in the sense of responsible. Am I responsible for anyone's words here?
I think the only way that could be possible if you're the host. Just
I am the host.
merely in that case, circumstances could be. I'm not saying that is here, but normally just sitting up there, no, you bear no responsibility. The host, however, can, if someone is up there, Nazi this and so, suddenly the host could have a responsibility.
Right. It's like I explained. The guy sitting in my car as I'm traveling down the street hollers out the window all kinds of obscenities. I'm kicking him out of my car. That's not me. I don't act that way.
Okay. I'm not sure I was clear with the first thing you were just saying about, I think it's ignorant. I think it's ignorant probably for different reasons because that term was assigned to black people who are ignorant. You must accept that as a metric before you can use it on other people. Oh, well, then we're all in words. That means you accept that proposition through the gate. That's why I think it stems from ignorance.
Well, and I think your application of the word in its origins is wrong, because in its origins, it came from Niger, which is Latin, and it came at a time when English was just first being formed. And in order to use the word Niger, they created their own word by adopting it. And it was for describing people that were not of their own subsistent society. So other people of melanated colors. It wasn't just dark-skinned people. It was people of all colors.
Right.
And that's it.
I just want to point this out, right? Because I already see the backlash in the chat. I want to make it clear here that this has been the issue the entire time, and this is where I've never said the fucking word. So I don't sit here and condone it, but I mean, I'm also not the language police. You know what I mean? To where I'm not gonna
Yes.
control people's speech. It's not in me. I don't feel as though it's my place.
Yes.
It says between y'all and God.
Right.
Yeah, I
And
get
you'll notice, and you can go through all of my 1,300 videos and all of the other panels I've been on, and you can see I don't use that word, do I, Joe?
Not to my knowledge. I haven't seen all 13, but I've seen you for years now, and I've never seen you use that word. Probably on the clip recently because I saw you doing a Nazi salute. I saw
Yeah, but I
dude
didn't
with
use that word.
N-word so
And
and
that was
so.
taken out of context too, because that was when I was wearing my Hitler mustache and I was relating that I see other people as Hitler's willing executioners.
Right.
They're the ones saluting it, and by not saluting it, by not following the law themselves, they're willing to do what their master tells them to, despite their own knowledge that that's not good. I shouldn't be doing that, but they'll do it the fucking anyway because they're clout chasing.
I'll give you that the clips could have been taken out of context, and I assume because NPC is so angry at Landry that and Cynthia that he would have chose
Can you
contextual
help
shit.
us resolve it somehow, JC? I just at this point it just doesn't go anywhere but south.
I think it kind of got resolved a bit yesterday. I think that was yesterday when I was over there. He had that guy Duke up there, and in my opinion, he was looking for a co-signer to say, that this shit was okay or whatever. And Duke did not give him that, nor his girlfriend, nor did I when I hopped up there. I think now he's like, well, I did make some mistakes. I think already it's made a turn as of yesterday.
I did get a super chat real quick from Rude Boy Crab. He says, El Perro, you don't use history to justify its use while ignoring the history for why you shouldn't. It's inconsistent. Not sure if I really understand that sentence.
I think I was going to say what he is saying right there. I was going to say, yeah, you telling me about the history of a word where it was formed. That's damn near relevant because what are the colloquial terms? What are the common uses and all of that stuff? That's what would be important. If you see a swastika, the guy probably meant to say something racist, not that it was a Budapest symbol originally for peace, right? You got to bring it up to date.
Right. And let's not put it in the context that I was trying to justify anything, because I'm not. I don't justify its use. I used it in an explanation as to where it came from and who it actually applies to. But I never justify its use. I don't use it myself. I don't like hearing even Joe use it.
You've never heard me
don't
say
give him
that
any more
word.
ammo, Perro.
Perro, you've never heard me say that word. That's another.
Not with the hard art. Not with
exactly.
the hard art.
That's another thing, man. It's not the same
let's
fucking
talk about
word.
The hard R. Well, let's talk about the hard R then, because you want to get back to the origins again. The hard R came from what's known as rhoticity. Okay, rhoticity is a language barrier where people in Boston, a lot of people say ka, ba, ah. They don't have the R. It's a dropping of the R at the end of a word. It's not a conversion. It's a normal use in their language. They don't say Nigger. They say Nigga.
Why is that relevant?
Because the people that say that it's different are wrong. It's the same fucking word. It's just used in a different language and said in a different way.
Yeah,
so
I disagree.
Again, you
I'll
can
tell you
disagree,
why.
but you go to the history and you'll find rhoticity is the conversion of that word through a dropping of a hard R at the end of a word, because that's their normal language.
I'm not disagreeing that that's how it came. The word came or was conceived or something. I'm not disagreeing with that. I'm disagreeing with what the meaning of the word is now.
Right. It never changed the meaning.
It
never changed the meaning. The sound changed, but the meaning stays the same.
I am saying that the hard R now and the soft A now are two different words. And the best way you can tell is that if you hit the hard R, it speaks toward the guy's intent, and it's usually negative. You hit a soft A, it's just like dude or something. They are now used differently.
But again, that's a groupthink safe space use of the word. You're using it as a safe word because you get to use it this way because that's what you mean. But when you go back to the origins, that is not what it means, and you're making it a comfort zone.
No one lives in the 1600s. It means what it means now. Why would I have to stick to what it meant then? I could say chill out, dude.
So does the word of God change?
Wait. Let me finish this. Let me finish my statement before you interrupt. I could say chill out, dude, and chill out means calm down. And then a person could tell me you can't use it like that. That's a safe space because the original meaning means temperature. That doesn't make no sense. The uses of words change clearly.
Correct. But when you're trying to use a derogatory term to a safe use, that is a bad way to use it. I'm telling you. Chill
Okay.
out. Yes, I can understand that because chill had no derogatory meaning.
Not
But
yet.
when you're taking, but when you're taking words that are, but when you're taking words that weren't originally intended as derogatory, simply a separation, a classification, had nothing to do with derogation at all. Then you turn around and use them as derogatory. Again, I'm telling you, the short time that it was used as a derogatory manner is what people will hold it to the rest of eternity. Why would you then try to make it a safe use? Why don't you go back and explain where
we said that. Because I don't really care where it came from. I can't get a bunch of modern day motherfuckers to say that it came from the 1860s and we should use it this way. That's not a thing. I can't. People use it all the time, and its meaning has changed. I can start there and see what people mean. It's a very helpful thing, man. It's if someone has feelings, if I come up and say, "Man, Flo, that's my nigga," if someone has a certain feeling about that, that speaks to them. It doesn't speak to me. I
These
love
people
using
make me
that
have a
shit.
feel about it though. They just
So,
like
and that's what I'm saying. But when you turn around and use it with the hard R, instead of it being on you, now all of a sudden it's on them.
I've never used it. You don't mean me per se. You mean if someone else uses the hard R, then they probably have a different intent. They wouldn't mean Flo is their friend as the soft A means. The just uses of the hard R tells me a lot to look in their direction.
I have a question for you, JC. I don't mean to derail this because I'm liking the the heat exchange, but it's related, right? So I want to be clear here. There is 100%. Okay, I'll give it 95% certainty that one of these people, I don't know if it's Shadow Buddha or just one of these guys over there, is currently recording this right now with the intent to use it out of context again. So I want to know your thoughts about people who do that, why they do that, and how to handle it.
Well, pretty much that falls under everyone. I'd had to be guilty, but I can say everyone has their own slant on a thing, and the more you're at war, the worse that slant is. So if NPC is still invested in warring with you, I would assume it will be a slanted presentation. I'm not so sure. At least I think he's softened that stance after last night.
I hope so, man. I want peace, dude. I always do.
Yeah.
So we have a Rude Mud Crab. Once again, thank you so much. Language is fluid. Meanings change. This is just a lack of understanding. Yeah, and that's the one thing, I'm torn between this, right? Because I have a strong belief of it is important for me not to control people's language. I don't like to control others. I like it's a freedom thing.
Same.
So
I think control is evil. That's how I judge how shitty a person is by how bad they want to control other people.
Exactly.
That's why I said earlier I don't use the word myself. And even when I hear other people using it, either way, hard R or not, I don't like it. But I don't project that on other people.
Very good.
I don't sit there and have an issue with it. It's my issue. Why would I make it somebody else's issue? If they're comfortable using that word, let them use it.
Very good. Very good. I feel the same way about the hard R. I feel like that too. If motherfucker comfortable using it, he got to deal with the repercussions of that shit. Knock yourself out.
I mean, a lot of this stuff, I just Ruben Crab makes a point. He says you did use it your 12 twice, which just Peros. He's getting what do they call that? Alzheimer's. Just don't worry about him. He's not all here. That's my excuse for him for the day. He doesn't even remember what he said. But with these people in real life, when we go into the real world and I interact with real people.
I actually got that reference, Wizard. I actually got that. He's on the flow clip.
But like yesterday, there's these people at the bus station and they're selling me candy for $1 each, right?
Yeah.
Who knows where they got it? They sold it to me they saw me about to buy a bus ticket. They're like, oh no, trade me this for this 24-hour ticket. And we did it. They were nice and give them my card for the channel. And I'm just imagining, you know, these people who we had a decent interaction and we got along just fine. And then I'm imagining they come here and they find this video and they're like, what the fuck?
I
You know
know,
what I mean?
right? Yeah, I dig it. I hear you. Yeah, I dig it.
Because in the real world, dude, the people are still they're not like this. I mean, and when I say like this, I just mean it's really just there's a vibe people have. You know, people will not assume the worst of you. Here online, we assume the worst of everyone.
Yes, and we become the worst of us. The horrible things that you'll say and do online, you won't do in real life. Most people won't.
I know.
Uh,
Yeah, I just like last night gave me a lot of anxiety, a lot of just frustration. And I know that was the intention, right? To make me feel.
I'm sure it was. I'm sure it was.
Yeah, I hate when I see something taken out of context and twisted. It's just for me that is what the mainstream does, right? They take all these things out of context and make
Yes.
it. And so when we use those strategies, we're no better than them.
Understand emotion is so much of it is emotion. You know, you can take the person out of it and just watch the emotion of the individual who's doing it, whether it be a friend or foe. If they're emotional, it's gonna be slanted. You know, I can't stop my best friends when they're emotional from doing that shit.
I wish you could. I mean, I really, really do.
I keep trying, man. I keep trying. I've had one of my really good friends. He started most of the troll shit in my community. He was the first person who would go lower than other people. You know, get video of the kids' bedrooms and just do really low shit that was groundbreaking at that time. Uh, I went up there on his show one time. I saw he was trying to slam some shit, and he loves me. And I hop up, and he let me up. He wouldn't even let nobody else up, kind of like you do. You just pick certain people to pop up. And after I was like, "Come on, man, you know that ain't how it happened." He kicked me back. He's like, "Excuse me, Joe. This would be my version, my narration today." He was very well aware that he was about to slam some shit, and he was not gonna let me stop him. I don't know. I had my had the goofy shit in the way.
You know, I've been getting to know the public transportation system here since you left. I
Yeah,
wish I would have had it figured out when you got here. It's all the places we should have been.
yeah.
All the interactions we could have had would have been 1,000 times more interesting because that is a side of the world here that nobody sees, including
I,
myself.
I love it, and you know I'm a fan of God. I think all things come in due time. Things happened exactly the way they were supposed to happen, and you gaining that knowledge is probably for the next time. When I can travel, I'm in Texas a lot.
Yeah. Well, and
Yeah,
they finished this new one, the newest addition to the train system, and it's like an airplane. It's so fresh and so clean. I mean,
yeah,
it doesn't even seem like a train. I mean, there's all white people on it. You know what I mean?
yeah.
It's like
Right, right.
it's not like. But then there's some sides that it just got completely abandoned into time. And I'm curious, is there any
Yeah.
areas like that in Chicago that like where they just stopped maintaining it and it's just falling apart as far as the public transportation goes?
I wouldn't really know because, to be honest
You
with
don't
you, I
take it?
ain't rode a bus or a L train or something in, I don't
That's
know, 20,
crazy.
30 years or
That was the
a
best
long
part
time.
about Chicago. You could hop
Yes,
on it
yes,
anywhere. You just anything
yeah.
like, nope, it's right there. Oh, it's right
We
there.
got great transportation system. Yeah, buses everywhere and all that. That actually I did. I took a bus one time about I don't know 10 years ago. One time, so I don't know a lot about it. But I'm interested. I would love to know the different places, and you know, if some of them are dilapidated, vacant. You know, like you had showed me something that was vacant. You know, I didn't get out the car and check it out, but like a parking structure or something, I forgot.
That big ass.
But
Yeah, there's a lot of those.
that shit interests me though,
Can
bro.
we go
Me
back to
too.
that last comment?
Which one?
Because yeah, we need to read that one aloud. Um, uh, yeah, wait, Landry, your racist ass met Joe and hung out with him.
Hey, and Joe, be honest, man. How many times did I call you the N word?
Only twice, no. It was great, and you tolerated me a bit because I'm kind of spastic, and shit happens, and you know my plans change. I thought you were a bit tolerant of me, and you know I was kind of all over the place and shit.
You
And
were a little bit more low energy than I expected. You know,
yeah, yeah.
I expected to be talking to this guy, but it was very much like just, all right, man. Whatever you want to do, just do that. was like, I thought you were gonna tell me what we do. You're like, nah, man, you're steady out.
Actually,
Fucking
if we'd ever got into the cop watch thing with my buddies, I don't know that I ever did. I think I ended up hanging out with that girl most days. Oh yeah, I did go hang out with them. We did some shit at the courts and shit. Which, matter of fact, I had left you to go do. I didn't know I was gonna be doing it at the time, but we went to
I'm
courts. I
used to
was
that shit,
thinking,
man. Fucking Moose does that virtually all the time. It's like we got a show planned, and he's just like 10 minutes before it disappears. All right, I guess we're not doing it anymore. You know, this is
but
why I don't want to have a 9 to 5 because I'm the same way.
I think my man, I don't know. I like it. I think that though, with those groups of people, you just saw the energy because normally I'm just a dope head and hang out and love peace and all of that shit. I don't get hype until I don't know, get in that mode. I think that's the shit you're talking about. When you get a bunch of cop watchers together, you can't help the energy changes. You're on the hunt. That's probably the shit you're talking about. But no, if normally I'm a
Oops,
super
sorry.
laid back dude.
So we had this. I kind of failed you, here, but it's an interesting interaction. I was on a mission to get my wallet.
Don't know what you're talking about. I guess
It's
you're on
right
the
here.
show. Okay.
You giving them a citation for something?
I don't know. I'm
I
zooming
didn't know
in.
I was muted. Damn. Well, that takes a lot out of it.
Because if they've got a contract with the public, even a social contract, to provide something, it doesn't have to
But
be
these
written
dudes,
down.
man, these guys, they don't like the GoPro. It freaks them out, even if it's
Is
not
these
recording.
homeless people?
Probably, yeah.
And that
Yeah.
would be a violation of contract rights. See,
But-
what that officer's doing there, if he's giving them a citation for doing something on a public sidewalk there, is he's saying he has to be contracted with the city for a permit in order to do so. And that, again, would be
I didn't realize I'm muted, man. It sucks. But yeah, they were talking to me about, man, what
Oh,
are you
you
recording?
filmed the whole thing muted too?
Yeah, well, that was the call. Like, Pero was on the stream. It was his stream. So I was just full screen.
All right.
But I was going downtown to get my wallet. And they were just, I kind of got to de-escalate from the beginning with the camera on my chest. Like I said, for me,
Yeah,
I believe it's important because these dudes are always recording us, and not just them, the companies, like Pero was mentioning to me, like it's just everywhere is always recording us. But it's weird when we put on our cameras to make sure that we're leveling the playing field.
100%.
I don't understand that.
version of one's right of contract by saying you have to contract with us in order to do that, to contract with the people. So again, I don't know what the context here is, but it looks like they're on the corner doing something for the public.
Looks like he's trying to get some property back, I believe. Like what I'm about to do. But there's something to be said about this, right? Because they don't respond to me the same way they would you, and I get it. It's not like we're at a perfect time in history, and they might have seen, El Pero's recent appearance on Modern Man Lost Again 30 minutes ago, and they might not be interested.
But look, it's dangerous for me too, especially here because the homeless, I know they're dangerous because I film them a lot. Not dangerous, but it's fucked up. It's dangerous to get confrontational. But everybody sell dope around here. It's super dangerous, real dangerous, with the camera around here. It's not like I'm immune or something. You got to be real slick with that shit. I went out, I don't know, maybe a month or so ago now, with one of my friends, white dude, and we go down a side street and he got his camera taken.
Yeah, well, that's what it's just, I thought it would at least save some worries from recording just from the get-go, because I am just documenting the trip. It wasn't like I just specifically wanted
I
to do
think the GoPro is better than holding it in your hand. It does.
Yeah.
It is a slicker move. I agree with that. Yeah.
Yeah. And, that was a situation that if I was smart or if I was Paul, I would have really gotten my face up into. Well, actually, I don't know if Paul would have done that. I'm not sure if he would.
That's, but that's
You would've.
what. Yeah, you go past the people, and now they're not worried about being on camera. Now you can pull your camera totally out and do what the fuck you want. And on the way, here's a little hint. On the way, when you're pulling it out, make sure you point away someone and loudly say, "Oh, I'm sorry, I'm just trying not to get anybody on camera." That's smooth as shit. So that's all people wanted to hear. That's smooth as shit so often. I'd use that a lot.
Yeah, and I'll get better at it like over time, you know. But the funny thing is, I don't know if it's funny, but yesterday there's some things in life that seem too wild to be random coincidence. You know what I mean? So
Agreed. That's the best proof of God or some
yeah,
divine
something,
intelligence or
right?
something. Yeah.
So I was out there, and then I heard them talking about snafu and me on the OTW stream,
Yeah.
and so I joined. Oh, that's 11 days. Shit. I joined it, and then I hear that topic, and then right where I was standing by the bus stop, I see a graffiti.
Yeah.
Hold up, I'll find it real quick. And you can't make this shit up.
I'm rooting for OTW, by the way. I want this game to be successful.
Oh, shit,
It won't be. It won't be. He ran off all of his initial investors. What do you think he's going to do with anybody else that invests in it?
I didn't know that it required investors.
Oh yeah.
Did you read? Can you read that?
Hold on, I'm not looking. Hold on, let me zoom in. It says, "Kill your local." Yeah, I can read it.
And I'm like, they're talking about snafu. And I'm like, wow, I've never seen that word. What is the deal with that word?
That's
Yeah, dude.
snap
Everyone's
bullshit.
threatening me in that area too. You better watch your back, man. You better watch your back. I just don't understand what these people are trying to say. Like, what is going to happen to me? Like, are they going to send the Duke to come to do what? I mean, we got to stop being so. We're all here for the same purpose, right? We know that there's a serious issue with. It is a them versus us thing, and I'm seeing it more and more when I look at these dynamics of the way that people they can't get out of these holes because of just the social dynamics. Like, so imagine you're in prison 15 years, you get out, you have no license, no money, no family. What could you possibly do to recover from that? There's really like I somebody tell me because I don't know.
Right.
I never saw these things before because when you don't think about something, you can go your whole life without knowing that it's happening if you don't find a reason to.
Yeah, I agree. I understand.
So, one day, Cynthia and I will get some great collaboration going, or not. Because like I said, I'll do it. I'll do what I've been doing this time, and it's difficult because it's a lot of work to be the filmer, the editor, and all this shit. I need to get better at doing it on my phone. I believe that would save me a lot of time because if I'm on the train, I can edit.
Right.
It's just a matter of like I do all this shit where I get footage for 5-6 hours and I come home and I stream ends, and then I have no time left to edit anything. So I have all this fucking B-roll just doing nothing.
I understand. I go through the same shit. I've been editing all day. That's what I was doing just now before I hopped in here. But looking at a bunch of B-roll, and I got a lot of it out there from that Broadview facility, ICE facility. You said it's us versus them, and I don't understand. Blah blah blah. Listen to this. Understand this part of it. It is us versus them, but they're smart fucks, and if they can get us fighting each other, it's less work for them. The fact is built into the program.
We do it all the time.
Exactly. So if you're gonna get out of it, it's on us. And what it boils down to is tit versus tat. When they can get a motherfucker, us versus them, white versus black, tall versus short, whatever the so and so sector, whatever it is, when one guy strikes and the other guy strikes back, we do the work for them. Now we're separating them ourselves. They can walk away. Less work for them. And we can keep that shit up for weeks and months, and trying to cause anxiety in each other's lives and fuck over each other. That's a choice that we make. Not so sure, I'm not taking any responsibility away from them, but the fix is on us.
And this might be a little bit off topic, but I kind of ran out of sort of responses to that. But I want to know your thoughts here. You do a lot of traveling, right? I'm trying to figure out the cheapest way to travel, right? I'm trying to really limit my budget here while I'm still, and the bus is great for that. But I mean, I'm thinking beyond this city. Do you have any advice
Right.
from your experience?
I don't know bus, train. I imagine both of them are cheaper. Flying is relatively cheap. However,
no fucking way it is, dude. No way in hell is flying cheap.
It is. You get a
You don't
shitty
see
Spirit
it.
airline and you do it outside. You get
You got to plan it
ridiculous.
way ahead of time.
You got to plan it way ahead of time. You get ridiculously cheap shit.
Well,
And then you have the issue of transportation once you get there. That adds up on your wallet. Either you better have a bunch of family, friends, or a lot of money for Uber or something. So I guess you got to weigh and balance shit. I take my car because I have to be on the move whenever I go somewhere. I don't know what the fuck I'm gonna be from day to day, and it's the ability to travel when I get to a place. It makes anything else. The train and shit. Suddenly, they ain't worth it.
The bus
That's
ticket
just
was $40. I bought to which part of Oklahoma? That would be worth it if it was like OKC, but if that was just to the border, the casinos, fuck that. It's an hour drive.
yes. And then when you get there, you better have some contacts. Otherwise, you're limited to where you could walk. And what do you know about the transportation?
And that's the thing that I've been doing, and I've been realizing how cool of a sort of combination it is, because obviously I have a place to come back to, shower, charge my electronics, but
Right.
when you don't have that, things can go like they can get really tricky very quickly, because as soon as you don't have a phone charged and you don't really know where you're at, and the bus isn't going to run anymore because it's the last one, just what I mean, it very quickly becomes, oh shit. So having like the homeless sort of day where you're like out and about on the train, going here, going there, yeah, it's awesome as long as you have a place to return to and then restart and refresh. But in a new location where hotels are going to be costing you out your ass, it's just, if you don't have any contacts, yeah, you're fucked.
That's one of the things I like about the small communities. I can go from end of town to the other end of town, and it's going to cover about 8 miles.
Truther is always drunk. Don't worry.
Well, Truther doesn't need to be drunk. He's just nonsensical. He's one of those ones, kind of like a Dunning-Kruger. He thinks he knows, acts like a narcissist, but he's really not. He's just a fucking idiot.
Well, hey, to be fair, I still think that I am in a lot of ways a fucking idiot myself. Oh,
but you don't go around projecting like he does.
I don't think I project as much as many people here do. I think sometimes it definitely manifests in me, but I would argue that people try to use that as an excuse to okay, he's back. Oh no, we got this guy's back to rant. What are you here for? Some good?
How you guys doing?
Good. You here to contribute to the conversation?
I'm here to be wizard.
You didn't notice that? Funny
think?
how I shaved the mustache. Now he wants to come up with a mustache. See,
I got the mustache.
They're going to play this bit non-bit. When I was wearing it as a real bit, they're going to play it as a bit non-bit for the rest of their life.
I took his mustache from him. Look at
him.
Okay,
I want to ask you this. When you wake up in the morning, like, do you just immediately smoke weed, or what is it? Because your reaction time, what do you do? There's something with you to where your reaction time is like 1/2 of a normal reaction time.
It's faster.
See? Right then.
I think before I talk. Do you not do that? You probably should.
I don't do that. You're right. But sometimes it works out in my favor, because that means I'm, always at the risk of exposing myself, right? Because then I'll be transparent, to where if I don't think before I speak, then I'm just speaking the raw shit, and I could be wrong. But we're all wrong.
You want to see Cynthia, me be transparent?
Go head to head.
Hi guys, and Demon.
Now I'm transparent.
You did this joke yesterday.
I know, but now I'm transparent.
He's just slow.
It's just not funny. I don't know. I don't know what it is.
Look, all I'm saying is we just need 3 more people on the panel to make a full megatard.
If I can predict your jokes before you do, then you're fucking toast. Come on.
See, that's him projecting.
Got them all here.
See, that's him projecting.
We got the left foot, the right foot, and the genitals.
Hold on, I can make one real quick.
With one right and left arm. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying.
See, look, I made it with one piece. I saved all the utilities, so we just needed one section.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome.
That was great entertainment. Thank you, Megatard.
I was gonna see if he could carry the show, how long he could actually.
He already failed. I
was hoping we were.
I could carry the show.
Time it
much better than all you can.
I was on a panel the other day, and there was some guy up there running his mouth, over talking everybody and everything. and I was down in chat. So I hopped up on panel and I called a one-on-one with him and bet him that he couldn't last the 4 minutes of one-on-one silent. He lasted 15 minutes, started crying about he wasn't going to play this fucking bullshit, and left.
Come back up, Joe.
You know who else told me this? What's his name? Pizer. He said he doesn't go on panels unless he's drinking. But I know it's not an
Why? Why would he? Why does he do that?
It's probably just I used to do the same thing, but I mean, it's humiliating for me because when I look back at all those videos, they're still up there. I was just drunk, and if you think I mumble now, oh my god.
Sure thing, Zephyr. Come on up.
So
she wants to be the modestine ass of the mega.
Question: why do you do this? What's the goal?
Oh, we'll get back to that question, right? What's the goal?
Yeah, it's important. Like, what are your motives? Is it money? Is it boredom?
So here's you. So you want to know, like, perfect scenario? What would I be doing here? I would find a way to finally get a group of people together who can be cooperative enough while still being independent enough to maintain at least breaking even here in these endeavors that I've been doing. That's why Cynthia has told me she knows that I need some direction here.
Yeah.
But I'm finding things, bits and pieces every single day.
And you're also finding what you enjoy.
So, like, pseudo communism?
No.
You're so weak at projections.
Weak at projections.
He has no friends.
How do you project strongly, Wizard? Teach me how you do it.
Well, you certainly don't use like pseudo.
He's just like sucking the energy out of me. I don't know how to explain it.
That's another thing about being on panels and hosting panels. Like, when you have people that suck that energy, what are you gonna do?
I don't want. Yeah, I mean, if it was up to me, I like this 4. This is a great little combo right here. What is Rank gonna add to this?
He does it intentionally. Well, I don't know what they do. Are they even aware of it? Like, is Lindsay aware of her energy that she brings? I don't think so.
I love being in the ASMR world of the joint or the blunt that Joe Cole's rolling.
Oh no, we haven't talked about you never talked about OTW. We only talked about NPC OTW.
Well, I talked about OTW.
Well, why he was the greatest adversary?
Oh, you did miss the part. It was at the beginning.
Oh, my bad.
Yeah, it was just sort of my key takeaway was that 2 weeks of me beefing with OTW, it was all much less dark than one day of beefing with NPC.
For sure. I think you and I myself have been this way before. You get like when you get in that competition with another creator, it inspires your creativity and you enjoy that with him. And it seemed that both of y'all were, kind of doing y'all's creative sparring. But unfortunately, there was a damper put upon that for whatever reason. Well, and you can never kill anybody's creative vibe. Like, that just sucks. And as many times as I've had my creative vibe killed, I make sure not to kill others. It's just why when you asked me, I gave you an answer because I knew you were trying to be creative. And I don't ever, I want to help all creative regardless of how I feel about them. Because we have a creative talent that needs to be fed. And that's greater than what we are as our content creators beefing.
We got Moose in the house. What's up, man? Moose is here once again. Dropped the ball last night, but I mean, we both did, dude. It was a dark night for everyone, but it's all good. It's all gravy. Also, shout out to Rant in the chat saying the same joke he said here. He just can't get enough of his Megatard joke. He thinks that's the funniest shit that's ever happened to a. I don't know how to explain it. Is the Megatard as funny? Am I just missing out here? I just don't see the humor.
He doesn't have friends, so he doesn't really understand how to interact.
First of all, I would say he doesn't have friends. That's a bit harsh. And his wheelhouse is conspiracy shit. If you get him there, suddenly, he's a killer. He needs puzzles and shit like that to function well. So when I see him doing this shit, I'm just take it as a guy trying to drag the conversation to where he's comfortable. I don't get all angry at them and shit. There's a lot of people do that. I'd certainly be guilty of it.
Do you think that as a panel guest, not host,
It's bad form.
if
that's where you're
step
going, it's
onto
bad.
a panel and derail the whole entire conversation because you want to, or
It's bad form. I do it often. If I see a few intellectuals, like if I see you got some religious shit and I saw you on the panel, I'd hijack it in a heartbeat. But
what?
I'm aware, and I tell the host, that I know, this is bad form. Most times I try to listen and stick with the conversation and that type of shit. But
Right.
God knows I don't mind hijacking some shit. If I see some people, if I see some intellectuals on there, I hop up there. I'm only going to give them a minute or two to talk about whatever they were talking about, and I'm going to use their brains to figure out a puzzle. Hey, you know what I was curious about? I'm going to hijack that conversation and put their minds to use to help me figure out my problem. I do it all the time. I don't feel bad about it, obviously. But that's different from what Rant's doing. Rant's, I think I could be totally wrong. It's just for comfortability's sake. It's where he shines, and he knows he'll look good if it goes to a certain area. So he's putting up. I guess I'm putting other people before putting myself first too. So
Oh no, we're not intellectuals. Ruh-roh. I don't think I've ever claimed to be an intellectual.
Where he doesn't. Why go somewhere where he doesn't see value? We're not intellectuals. We're the megatards. Then why does he come up? And I do think when I either say he doesn't have friends because he doesn't realize, like, bro, you don't have to come up here. You can.
I count myself a friend of his.
Well, you weren't here you weren't here when he was here. And number two, it was us, the megatards.
Truth or Cop, why would I let you up here after I know what you're going to say? I already have 100% certainty. You already said in the chat, it's bad etiquette. We all know it, so I'm not sure I'm going to. I mean, I don't know why. Okay, let me see.
Because he expects special treatment, right?
Surprise me.
Boy.
Hi, Truth or Cop.
You muted, pimp.
All right, horrible audio.
I thought I heard Talcott too.
Yeah, that's what he's trying to do. He's just trying to.
He has 5 children.
Divert. He does?
Yes, he has 5 children. He lives in the woods.
Come on, OTW.
What?
You're better than that.
Why is he calling us that? Well, shit.
Another one that can't spell. It's amazing
the Murgaturd.
Yeah, it's amazing how all these intellectuals can't spell.
I noticed that. I noticed that myself. It's crazy to me. Like the ones who Paul's one of them, where he's got the gift of gab, but he's not the gift of written word. It's very fascinating to me.
You know, he was teaching English to Taiwanese and doesn't even comprehend English enough to know how to spell.
OTW was teaching English to Taiwanese?
No, Gabriel.
Okay. Oh, yeah.
That would be crazy if he was.
I prefer What Up Calories. If I could have a say-so rant, I like that one better. If not, I will settle for Cunthia.
Oh, I hate that word.
Cunthia?
I hate the C word, man. It's just the same as the N word. When I hear it, I just go, ugh. Like,
she's got a cunt mister. She's got a cunt mister.
But What Up Calories is my favorite.
What's up, Chuck?
Wizard, did you pay for that game using PayPal?
Yeah, I sure did.
You can put in a reverse charge on that.
Oh, this is months ago. Ago.
Why?
Oh, okay.
Dang, Chuck.
Yeah, I already know about that.
Chuck coming in shooting.
That's okay. I don't.
Well, it was just a thought. He paid all that money and then get the boot after he gives the man the money is kind of shitty treatment.
Yeah, well, particularly when he goes on his Halloween special that he says he advertised and then nobody showed up.
That thing was pathetic. That was pathetic.
And then he goes on there and explains to people how you can buy into the game and be able to manipulate the game. No, you ain't going to manipulate nothing because him and the others behind the scenes are the ones manipulating things. Like the day after I did drop all that money on that game. And you'll notice no other country is developed like mine is. Got all kinds of businesses. It's got its own army and everything. I tried showing people how that can be played, and I was the one that was booted. Right. The next day is when Paul came up and said, "This isn't going to work."
Oh my
Why'd
God.
you get booted, bro?
OTW woke up and chose
Paul.
violence.
Chuck,
Paul.
no one cares about you.
Paul.
You have to pay to make friends. All right.
I don't pay to make friends. I don't know what the fuck you're
No,
talking
you
about, you
don't.
little lizard.
Just half of you does. Just half.
I pay Cynthia, so I think you're true. It's true. It's true.
Yeah.
Oh damn, dude! I
No,
need
you're
someone to pay me.
supposed to say nothing, Joe.
I know. I got a big one.
I know.
I'm still waiting for my $2 from Talcott.
I hate that OTW's acting like that for real, because what he was doing with the Concordian was pretty awesome. But when when you maneuver that energy and take that energy away,
can you be more specific? I don't know what he did.
When
you say maneuvered
Paul
energy
ran
and
off
took it away.
Landry and those were two creative people that sparked his creativity. Whether
Are you and Landry related to the game as well?
No, but we were kicked off at the same time.
A bit. Yeah.
I'm saying it because when you saw Landry and OTW making videos of each other, it was by far the most superior work I've ever seen come out of OTW. Right. When you did that Concordian introduction, and that whole entire idea alone is something worth pursuing. But if you take people away, because
it's all AI, it's all AI.
Well, like Landry was just saying that it takes a team of stuff. It also takes a team to be creative and write the stories and keep going. And
well, a real man would have refunded Wizard.
Oh, well, he could still achieve it. You just shifted the energy you had flowing at that time, which sucks. But you'll find new ones. I'm sure Paul's a creative person.
The one thing where it broke my heart, right, when we were trying to have a resolution, me and OTW, where I guess there was some made, but he still wouldn't admit that the 2 minutes of silence was funny. I was like, if you can't admit that was funny, dude.
Oh, that was hilarious.
Epic.
Well, that was y'all kind of. Now look at it from their perspective.
I know, but it was still funny. I don't know. I mean, even Joe Cool, he thought it was funny.
I don't even remember it. Tell me, remind me.
Remember whenever
oh my God,
they went silent and you were like, "Is the video even playing?"
Oh, yes, that was funny. That was funny.
Well, he definitely. I'm pretty sure he would acknowledge the hit, but as far as going on to say it was funny, that might be stretching a little.
It might be premature, but when he gets out of his feels, he'll see it as humorous.
Yeah.
But I have no issues with OTW. It's more so.
Me neither. It's like that's why I started this video, because I wanted to make it clear, right? And I got into my 30-minute monologue in the beginning where I just explained that I at least appreciate the sense that he didn't take it to this dark place that NPC did day one of day two of our beef.
Yeah.
Cynthia, you don't hold OTW accountable at all when he's letting another man call his shots for him?
No, because he's always been up front with he
a lot of men do that.
Yeah.
In like the real world.
Oh my God.
Both of y'all got points, Chuck, Landry. All y'all got points.
I mean, I'm not saying that I don't agree with you, Chuck, but I think that it's just one of those things to where I can't hold myself to do that, or else I won't respect myself, right? But we all operate in different ways, because I've been there before.
Thing, though.
Yeah, I mean, that's just the way it is. But yeah, I don't want to take it IRL. I don't want to hurt people. I don't want to do that shit. And I've never seen OTW do that. Like I said.
I know what I want to ask you, fucking Landry.
Yeah.
What made you bring that up and display it on the show? The old man.
Oh, this was like, so I had met Talcott, and then so there was this first panel I ever heard of was Talcott, and then the second day we ever talked, I believe, on a live show was that stream. Sorry, not that stream. Was the stream with NPC. You were there, and the one that you saw with Cynthia and Duke, that was 2 or 3 later. So I hadn't been really ingrained into this world yet. I didn't have anybody watching me yet. I was sort of just helping Talcott. I didn't see it as a way to bring attention to me.
You didn't understand how.
I didn't know what I was getting into, and my family, they're so attached to it So I had no one to go to that would give me a detached perspective.
Right.
And that's what my goal was. And
All right, it's logical.
had I not have just confided in NPC, he would have never thought of that story ever again.
Ever again.
That shit is so twisted. It's so crazy. Rookie makes dumb YouTube mistake.
I know, man.
Obvious YouTube mistake. Then confides in the guy, and that guy uses it against him
Not
later.
once, not twice, not 3 times, but like 4 times. Like how many months later? 2.5 months later, dude. Jesus, just put it to rest, man.
This is so YouTubey.
But that's when Sarah was talking about the panel verse, and she was saying when you would attack one person, the other content creators will rise up. And in actuality, for me, it has nothing to do with Landry being on the opposite end of it, or even myself. Like Duke and I have been at it for years. We will probably be at it for a million more years. However, what he did and the tactic he did was dirty, and I think that just didn't set well with other content creators.
Yes, like Sarah says, if people see bad form, they'll jump on you pretty much, yeah.
Well,
Unless they're in your cult.
He drug you up, Cynthia, in order to piss Duke off.
I know. Of course he did. Of course he did. And he was trying to make it about race to piss Duke off. And he was trying to be, he's down there too to piss Duke off. And Duke wasn't falling for it.
Duke did.
He did.
Well, you'll notice after they opened the panel up, Duke was sitting there right along, shaking his head, nodding his head when they brought up the racist shit, and me sitting there like this and talking about me and Landry and the others are all racist, Nazi racist.
Real quick, I want to ask the chat. Sorry to interrupt you. So the chat, can I get a 1 in the chat if we let Steven in, 2 in the chat if we don't, panel as well? I know it's a game changer, Steven.
We'll do a poll.
We also have a special, this is very rare appearance here. OTW is in the
building. What's good, bro?
Hello.
How are you?
Oh, dude, say something again.
Hello?
Okay. Your mic was sounding...
Yeah, I'm on my phone. I rarely come on.
It doesn't sound that bad. It could be worse.
Yeah. Okay.
Could be worse.
Yeah. Well, good to see you, homie.
Yeah, long time no see.
I know.
Yeah.
Well, we're not going to ask about the NPC, but how are you? What's going on? How's the Concordian? What brings you up?
Concordium. Get it right.
Yeah, Concordium. And yeah, the first launch was pretty successful, in my opinion. I guess I need to road it, over time it'll probably get better, because, there are a lot of things that, since I don't have a producer or anything, so I have to fucking do everything at the same time. So it is kind of, but I figured I'll get the hang of it over
learning curve.
Over a month. Yeah.
Hey, there's this guy named Moose. I mean, I think he's looking for a job. You could.
Yeah, right. Well,
what about investors?
I have nothing against Moose, but I'm not sure that,
I know.
OTW, let me ask you a question.
I think I would have to actually just hire somebody like that's not even in the community and knows nothing about all this shit and just have them work behind the scenes.
Might be smart.
Yeah.
OTW.
And so you would have an expense. So you would have an expense and thus need those investors, correct?
Well, I mean, I'm getting a lot of support from a lot of different angles. So I mean, I'm actually reinvesting what people are supporting to upgrade the channel. I'm now looking into getting a better internet because that'll help for streaming at 1080.
We're talking about Concordium. We're talking about the game Concordium.
Right. Well, that's all related, right?
You ought to refund Wizard's money though, since he's not allowed over
there. Get my name out of your mouth. Don't wipe
I even mentioned it the other day. Wizard's still out over there. Who said Wizard wasn't allowed over there?
Then why doesn't anybody see my comments? Because I'm hidden? Good job.
Oh, somebody probably hid you. I'll unhide you.
Jeeps is the I don't even know what you'd call it, but yeah, I get it though. Sometimes you got to get into that mode.
Yeah,
I
mean, every single person that was a part of the Concordium before any drama happened is still welcome to the Concordium. The game is open to everyone. I mean, I'm not going to, implement my personal biases when it comes to the game because it would make the game not as successful. It would be stupid for me to do that.
That's effectively what you're doing.
Well, if you choose Wizard to not continue, I mean, that's your choice, but you're always welcome, man. Nobody has rejected you. You're everything that you invested in. You're still like part of the High Council. I didn't take away anything from anyone when it comes to the Concordian.
They just told me Paul made you sever ties with dude in some fashion. With a few of them.
I don't know what that's about. You know, chat can say whatever they want. It's not like as if it would be relevant.
These motherfuckers on the panels.
Well, they're just saying it here because they couldn't say it in there because they would get blocked. I think it'll fade out here.
Have you been?
Yeah, I was on a tyrannical binge when I was like, I was fed up of seeing the negative comments and shit like that. Yeah, I think it happens to all of us, right?
For sure. Have you been watching Landry go around Dallas and explore new places? Have you been watching his videos?
Who cares?
Yes. Seriously, there is one that I appreciated, which was the one where he showed the checkerboard. That was interesting. I have like a really big checkerboard, chessboard. The chessboard was awesome, man. Like right in the middle of the city like that.
Yeah, it was the one you did the other day. It had an art form.
Yeah,
it wasn't a chessboard. It was a few chess pieces.
No. Landry was walking around and there was literally a life-size chessboard on the ground right in the middle of some sort of thing there. I don't know. I don't know Washington Texas. Anyway, I don't even know where the fuck he was. I don't know where you were, man, but dude, that was really awesome.
I want to go more places. It's where my heart is at, man. I feel like just. So
I even
happy.
asked you. I said, "Where are the chess pieces?"
Oh yeah, I remember that. That was a little while ago. Okay, yeah, I remember that. Yeah. Yeah, see, Sanity Machine, I don't fear having you up here. Right now, this is like there's a flow, there's an energy here. It's a good group of people. I don't feel like it's hard to get a word in. Nobody's talking over each other. And I don't think that would stay that way if you came up, Stephen. I don't know.
Who's Timeless?
I don't know who that is.
Love says he's blocked from. Hey, anybody that's in chat right now, there's a good possibility that if you're like being pretty negative in my chat, that I already gave like a few weeks ago the order to my mods to like zap you in chat, right? So, you know, I might just have to go back and unblock everybody and start from zero again.
Yeah, I mean, it's like, I don't know.
Yeah, see, that wasn't Paul, was it? See, when I bring up my issue with you and I succinctly state it, oh, now we want to talk about Paul. No, I'm telling you, you take upon the same tactics as Paul, getting triggered by comments in chat. Weak beta shit.
Hey, I'm human, man, right? Okay?
Aren't the fucking cop out.
He who has not sinned, may he throw the first stone, wizard.
Man, y'all coming in hot. It's interesting. It's wow.
Well, yeah, interesting, since you've never been to my channel, right?
You're lying. I just don't chat in your chat, but I sometimes watch your stuff.
Yeah, OTW is definitely known for being not a chatter. I think he walks and talks, or listens and walks and does stuff like, you know, many people do. That's what I used to do, at least. You know, I never did any live chat. I still don't often. You know, the only live chat I really go into, well, not as much lately, but it was OTWs. You know, a lot of the time it's hard for me to want to engage unless I'm mad. You know, I'm not going to really be in the chat unless I'm like I'm pissed off.
So do you consider yourself a lurker? You're watching?
No, I don't.
Anything?
No. If I'm there, I usually want to either go up, go on, or
my phone's gonna die. If I drop down, it's because my phone's dead.
Right,
rage quit.
Shut up, man.
Nobody really concerned.
Oh man,
God.
Chuck, man.
It's okay, Chuck. I'm not really worried about what you have to say because you're gonna die of old age soon. So,
oh my god,
I'll still be making lives, and you'll be dead. I'm good, man. I'm not worried about you that much.
You know, this is dark, but it's still not as dark as what happened last night. So, I can allow it.
Wow.
I still got to make a
going in your OT. Gee, I can't speak for the panel.
Quite the egos, huh?
Look, like anybody else out here has integrity or a backbone, right?
Coming from you, that's
it's
deep.
like it's a fluctuation, though. I believe
nobody else out here is, you know, you guys. Nobody. I mean, nobody is better than anybody else. We've all had our mishaps. We've all shown signs of being disingenuous and not having any integrity. We've all done it. So I don't know where you're getting your judgment from there,
We're
Chuck,
not
because
playing
you have no righteous high horse to stand on to be able to judge anybody at all, because you're as pathetic as any other person that starts calling people names and talking negative about them. You're just another loser, just like everybody else. And I put myself in that too, man. I've been a loser. I've been a snake. I've been all of those things in the past 3 years, man. I've incarnated every single fucking characteristic that human condition can define.
I just want to point this out, though, right? There's a lot of people over in that area where I think that they're, what does that sound? Is it a kitchen?
It was washing dishes.
All right, it's over.
What's over? A relationship?
The dishwashing.
So I want to say this though, and this is my whole issue. And I know Joe, you even commented on it, like, I'm stewing my emotions, and why are you so interested in having the back and forth? Because even when I was mad, I was trying to make sure that I made clear the things that I appreciate, and I want it to be done in all cases, right? Because people go to an extreme, right? And I saw that with OTW when we were having our issues. It was like all negative. No, Landry's this. He's horrible. Everything about him is a shitty, sucky piece of shit. But what I like to do is just still, hey, I'm mad at you, but this is why I'm mad at you, and this is why I believe there's an opportunity to still think that you're worth the time of day. Because a lot of these dudes on your side, right? Truth or Cop is always drunk, and some people go on there drunk and they don't get or they get interrogated for being drunk. And then some of these people they're in the conspiracy space, which I believe there's some truth in there, but they give it a bad look because it just sound like kind of silly. You know what I mean? So I can have these conversations. Oh, it's fun, Dad. I can have these conversations, but a lot of the time we have to make sure that we realize that there's not everything's a hoax, not everything's a conspiracy, but the mainstream is definitely not always true either. There's that word nuance, right? We got to make sure that we don't have
middle ground.
Like we can't be like rant in the chat. You guys are all actors. Oh, funny. I was an actor.
Oh, that sounds like Brown's boys. He's Brown's boys' mentor.
Yeah, I mean, I feel y'all. I feel y'all's frustrations, but like I said at the beginning of this video, the reason why I can at least appreciate him is that he's never gone that dark place that we saw last night. To where, and when the things are firing on all cylinders and it's the competition, the creative competition, it's great for everyone. You know what I mean?
Well, you know what the definition of insanity is, right, Landry?
Going back to Paul over and over and over again.
Doing the same thing over and over again and expecting a different result.
I don't expect a different result. I expect the same result, and that result has good sides and bad sides. But I'm not going to. Here's the thing, right? Where I'll choose my battles. Like you won't see me, like do the Paul come back around. You just watch what happens. Paul comes back around, and you'll see that I'm not going to be okay, Paul. Let's do this thing again. So we can sit and talk for 10 hours. Because Paul, I believe, is the biggest detriment to OTW. Is that I believe that he keeps him stagnant. But
that's because he's stagnant. That's what people like to do. They like to pull them back down to their level of misery.
See, OTW had a stream before Paul, and before Paul, he didn't get triggered by comments in chat.
I did not know that.
But being conditioned by Paul in his safe space groupthink, liking what Paul said and thinking Paul was probably right, so he took upon the other characteristics of Paul and instituted them himself.
Yeah.
Paul is a punk bully on the Panelverse.
For sure. I think to agree, we all kind of develop, pick up a habit from another content creator, whether it be one that we like or dislike. Like, I learned a lot of stuff from Duke and used some of the stuff that he still taught me to this day. I
didn't paint my face until I met Landry.
Well, you got white face now?
Right.
That's funny. I never had the mustache until Parallel.
we do take away some.
Wait. Your mustache. What was that about? I don't know if you said.
Well, so I had
the
regular mustache, and then I grifted for the short one for a day.
Was there a reason behind the short mustache?
Money. I got paid $60 to do it.
Oh, okay.
That's it. That's the answer.
Okay.
I'm not gonna lie.
Now,
it was obviously people were like, "Oh, he's not gonna do it." Then he did it. It's kind of uncomfortable, but nobody in person, had any issues. But You know, it looked.
Really?
Here's the thing: it looks ugly, regardless of the history. It's just not a good-looking
The
mustache.
aesthetics alone, it may not be worth it. Not just
Yeah, it's
that
just
it's
it's not
ugly,
handsome.
but
My mother would not appreciate that, regardless
uh,
of the historical context.
The
tell
only
you.
thing I'll give pushback on this statement is if Paul had been here, OTW wouldn't have been saying what he was just saying.
That's a great point.
Oh,
I mean,
meaning
I'm
he done
just
stood
calling a
stubborn.
spade a spade. Yeah, I'm just calling a spade a spade.
That's racist, Chuck.
We have Crazy Mama says,
No, it's not.
"Hey Joe." So this is for you, Joe Cool. She says, "Speaking of, since you met Landry and chilled with him, do you personally think he's racist? I'm curious on your thoughts."
I didn't see anything of that or anything. But if I'm being totally honest, seeing him with that mustache and N-word on there, fucking dude, and Carol next
That's
to
the
him
power
throwing
of
that
it.
shit up.
That's the power of
And
editing.
I was like, did I miss all that? How the fuck did I not see that?
No, man, you didn't miss it. I don't condone it. I mean, I don't think it's necessary to go there. I get there's some free speech elements to that, but I think it's a battle that is not. It's not even
To
worth
die
engaging in.
on. It's not the hill that you want to fight over.
Well, I have no interest in it. I don't think it does anything good for us. I mean, I'd rather just. It's like when people ask me my thoughts on abortion. It's like I would rather have zero thoughts and say pull out rather than no choice, bro. You know what I mean? That's the thing, because I don't want a baby to die, but I also. It's not happening in my life. I want to make sure I do everything not to have to be in that position to choose or have a woman who has to choose. And you know what I mean? Pull out.
Sometimes you don't want to get into that conversation. Well, what if the person is 6 months before due and they get a fatal disease? Man,
The goalpost always, yes.
I'm sure someone wants to engage you in that conversation. You know, it's just not me, man. I can see you want to talk about it. I'm sure you can find somebody who does. If I'm engaged in 1%, I want to be on some shit that I enjoy. Dumb shit.
It's like having a conversation about religion. It just turns into moving the goalposts, a big loop fest. It goes nowhere.
It can. If you fucking with people who are insincere, and sorry, cover your ears. Most religious motherfuckers are insincere. They'll move that goalpost in a heartbeat. Then that makes the conversation rough. But if you got someone who really believes it and has studied, now it's suddenly game on. It's suddenly really, you can learn some shit. Suddenly now it's really nice.
Man, today we had for y'all. Let me go. I'll be right back.
So I hope I didn't cause nothing.
Gotta go get her security team.
I was thinking a voodoo doll or something. God damn it, Joe.
Voodoo doll.
I don't know. Somebody's talking about voodoo doll recently. So I said, somebody thinks, somebody was making a joke that I think Tarek made voodoo dolls of Lindsay and Cynthia. I think that's how it went. And used their hair or something weird.
What up, Cap? Hey, so today in our church, we had a business meeting. All right. We have our quarterly business meetings where we go over, of course, the finances of the church and what we got going on. And just to run the church like we want with our cars, our air conditioning, our electricity, our everything, the total annually would be $535,000 plus. So when people are like, oh my God, why do you pay tithe? Like, the church makes so much money. Like, the people that the services that we provide that are paid for and stuff, like, it's insane. So I don't understand.
You're feeling so open and volunteering shit, what do you make above that $500,000?
What do I make above it?
Not you. What does the church take?
I don't make anything.
What does the church take in above that $500,000?
I don't know necessarily. I would say that we take anything in because we have accounts that get money market accounts, and so with the investments, with the profits, I guess, or whatever that is, the return of it being in there, that's what then goes into the other ministries, like for children who can't afford to go to camp or other things like that.
All right, so you're saying the overage is still put.
I wanted to real quick, just now that we have Marathon Kev here, I wanted to kind of say hey to him. You know, he obviously we don't talk as often. I kind of want to know, his thoughts on some of the things. I don't want to sort of bring it to a dark place again, but I'd rather just. He did mention mending things, tiding things over. I did not reach out, mostly because I'm kind of after the Lindsay situation. I'm not sure about my number going into any more additional people. To be honest with you. But so how are you doing?
Hey Kev, you see that racist shit they pulled, bro? You see that racist shit they pulled?
Bro, everybody racist. It definitely was some crazy shit that happened. Like, you know what I mean? There definitely was some crazy shit. The N-word comment with El Perro throwing up the mail pan door.
I'm telling you for a moment.
I don't condone.
Right?
Do you think it was done intentionally that way, Kev?
He's just a rebel.
Yeah, I do think so. Do I really care though? No, I don't. Like, I'm all with free speech, man. I don't care.
Free speech, man.
The drama shit, like, you know, I try to stay out of the shit. You know what I mean? Unless I'm roasting, like joking around about shit. I try to stay out of it because I'd rather like keep the peace and just try to talk to y'all behind the scenes and bring everybody together. Like, let's have a conversation and see if we can get to some type of middle ground. So I don't want to go on a smut run or like point fingers at anybody because honestly, I'm not exactly sure how you feel. I'm not sure how NPC feels. You know what I'm saying? It's I gotta fall somewhere in the middle because I fuck with both of y'all. So I would rather just try to orchestrate a conversation so we can.
Yeah, man, me too. You know, I'm open to it. I also
Kev. No,
don't do that. Don't do that, OG. Don't do that.
We're gonna get the drama slut in here with OG with that attitude.
Okay.
What do you think about it,
how we do?
What do you think, OG, about? Was it intentional and how it appears?
If you can't call the homies out, you ain't got no reason calling anybody else.
That's a good point. It's a good point. We should be able to hold. That's what I've been saying about OTW all month or week.
Yeah, I consider Gabe. I consider Gabe a homie, but I told him today or last night before I went to bed, I don't like your behavior, so I don't think we should talk for a while because that was on some fuck shit. And if we're gonna do the drama, let's do it right.
Yeah,
which is fair, bro. You know, I had a couple of people tap in like, you heard this shit that OG said about American blacks and this, that, and the third. I'm like, I don't care about that.
Well, just the out of context editing too, with the red filter and just like the thing with Cynthia too, with your face.
I missed the OG shit.
Well,
I must have missed that part.
Yeah, it's a bunch of bullshit. Listen, I fuck with everybody. If I have a problem with any one of y'all, I'm finna tap in with you offline. You know what I mean? Be like, hey, don't do that shit, bro. Like, out of respect for me, don't do that. I'm not finna air your shit out in public. You know, I'm not doing that. That's out. If it's funny games and it's like trolling, all right, for sure. Let's roll the dice. But nah, because this shit is like, you know what I mean? I don't like this. I don't like the divisiveness. I'm not fucking with the whole.
There's levels that goes too far, especially when you take it to the darkness yesterday.
When it comes to what I said, Snafu's bitch ass gonna try to use that against me, knowing that I'm cool with people like Joe and you. Right? And it's the same shit that I have told to you and Joe on my belief about race from the beginning. It was just the only difference is it was me yelling because I saw Gabe do something that I see as BAN. I'm not gonna say it over here, but we all know what that means.
And you know there are common denominators in all of this, and they're people, not topics or anything else. It's the people they're surrounding themselves.
You know who it is? This guy.
Snafu, one of them. Oh yeah, I'm definitely one of them. Particularly now, you talk about the smut run. I will and am on a smut run, and you can get me for smut run year of the award or year of the year award, and you can gray rock me all you want. I am the original gray rock. I am unmoved.
What's that mean?
I rock.
He's old as hell.
Ignore
old.
I rock with the truth.
Yeah. No, what's the gray rock mean?
Hey, I agree with you, Arpol. I agree. Orthodox guys growing on me too.
You kind of cut them off.
Okay, I got you.
Yeah.
Like a cancerous tumor.
Now you was looking crazy though, El Perro. You was looking crazy, fool, with the little mustache and the hand up. That was crazy. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but you got to put it in the right context too. Because twice now I've given away a copy of Hitler's Willing Executioners. Hitler's Willing Executioners is what I see before me in this panelverse and out in the real world, and it's pathetic.
I didn't read the book.
What does it mean?
I don't know nothing about that.
Because you're sitting there willing to say and back what other people are doing instead of being a real man and doing your own fucking thing. Alex Jones had a shaving accident and wore the short mustache for one fucking day. I wore it for a year and a half. I take it off, and I guarantee.
Sorry.
And I guarantee you, people will mention that mustache the rest of my motherfucking life.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, you got what you wanted, right? That's why you wore it. Yeah.
I own it.
Man,
I own
today,
that. You're right.
It's the energy thing, though, man. Like, I just don't want you to let it get to you too much, because I feel it myself, and sometimes with you, Pero, I feel you're getting worked up, and I don't know. I want to see you putting that to positive use. Passion. Well, that's a good thing. Passion can inspire you. So if it inspires you, then I can't criticize it.
When I see Pero, you doing what you call a smut run, the only the problem I have with it is that you're doing it out of anger and you're mad doing it and all of that shit. If I don't know, if you enjoyed it, it'd be funny to me. But it makes it you're as uncomfortable as the motherfucker you shooting at.
You think I don't enjoy this?
I couldn't tell by your eyebrows.
Whatever that.
Oh, you shaved the eyebrows.
You think I'm not happy right now?
Well, yes.
Okay.
Right, his shit all furrowed up and everything. Right.
I'm having the best day of my life.
Yeah,
I'm not happy.
You're furious about this shit, man. You don't have a lot of humor in it, man. You be mad, man.
Okay,
yeah,
well,
you be mad.
Yeah, he get the treatment for sure.
All right, I'll try it. I'll try to step out of my comfort zone. We'll have everyone here. Ooh, I got this. We got this.
Actually, this is a pretty solid panel for like panel etiquette, to be honest.
Yeah, no, I love it, because sometimes whenever, so it's 3 people, same time. And then I'm just like, I'm out. You know what I mean? Mentally, I can't compute. But this is good. This is good.
All right, who ain't spoke? OG and Flo, y'all been lightweight.
Yeah, lightweight.
Yeah. Well, I just got here and I only listened to like a minute or two of the conversation, so I'll just merge into traffic when I got something to say.
Well, you missed
just got here too.
They added a whole new section, I'm sure already, in the editing us out of context. Well, Pero, man, he's giving him more ammo, so.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
You want to tell me about it, or are we just going to allude to it?
Right, you got video. Right.
Can you tell him about it?
It's funnier to allude to it.
Oh shit! I don't know what shit.
Don't be truthful now. Just go ahead and intimate and use nuances. Come on, guys.
Let's just lie. Let's just lie. We found out that El Pero was actually in the 1940s, and we got a picture of him with H-Man.
Oh, the black and white photo we saw. Yep, that's what it was.
Yep. He's actually
Well, I'll speculate what you guys are talking about then.
Knights of something.
The salute, Flo. The salute.
Oh, that's what we're talking about. Oh, the salute with the mustache. Yeah.
And I'm not even listening to y'all anymore. I'm not even trying to piece together the things that you all are separately that you're all separately like alluding to. Nobody's gonna say
I just told you the salute.
That's
he did the Roman salute.
What about the salute?
We got a salute and a hard R from Pero in the beginning of the stream. That's all it is.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. All right.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah. Gabe used it yesterday. He put together a really nice clip of them looking like some straight up.
I would not call
fucks.
that a nice clip.
Well, it wasn't meant to be nice, but it made him look really bad. Pero with the mustache, Nazi saluting.
Cynthia slow motion, evil laughing.
Is that right? You got the hard R on screen from somebody in the comment section posted on the screen. Fucking Landry has N-word as his fucking name. I mean,
I-N-W-A-R-D.
Yes, N-word.
Yeah.
I should have said.
But you know what the fuck you was doing by that though. you know exactly what the fuck you was doing for.
I
know what I'm
saying? It made me laugh, right? I'd never seen it before. I-N-W-A-R-D. It made me laugh in the sense of
funny though.
It is a little funny. Because it's like it's
and just like I knew what I was doing when I used the hard R. I knew what I was doing, and I'm
cool with
shit. It's on me.
For sure. I'm cool with everybody's freedom of speech, but at the same time, like you can't be surprised when certain people
when a motherfucker read it a certain way. You better not be
bro. Don't be surprised by that. You know,
everybody you can't have a problem when a motherfucker is outright trying to insinuate shit, manipulating context, and trying to actually get somebody. Because it was not to get Duke to do something violent. It was to get somebody from his sector that's stupid to go do violence to Landry. Let's be real.
It was using somebody. It was using a tragic situation for clout. Months later,
anger,
bitching and complaining about someone else supposedly doing something.
It was to hurt you, not just for clout.
It was the shadow.
You tit for tat shit. You hit me, I hit you harder.
But that's hitting below the belt, and that's hitting someone who's not even me.
That's you too, baby. I don't know what to tell you.
I
It's
guess you're
dirty
right.
work, though. It's
I
just
wouldn't do it.
No. You say that now. I guarantee you stay in these wars. You
I don't know,
cross a
man.
line
I
like a
would have
lawyer.
every
Let me finish.
opportunity.
You cross lines like the lawyer does. And eventually you've crossed so many lines that you're justifying why you dox the kids' school.
I hear you.
Suddenly, okay.
Well, that's what I see, and I see myself here as willing to be calling everyone out. And if it happens to me, then call me out. We can stop it before it gets there. As soon as it gets to, I'm showing up to your house, and then we're gonna do this, and your family does that. We just chill, breathe. Tell me I'm a bitch. Tell me I mumble. Tell me I eat eye boogers. Tell me all this shit. Just tell it to me. I don't care.
Gabe got way too sensitive about something, and I talked to him
Some
about
words.
that. I told him that.
right.
He got way too sensitive, and I'm
Went
not gonna shit
dirty
on my
with
friend
it.
and talk shit on my friend. It's just he got too sensitive and fucking overreacted.
Right.
And then did some
that's
fuck
my
shit.
trip too. Yep. I would tap in with him offline and let him know how I feel. You know, same with Landry. If I had your connect, I would tap in with you offline and let you know how I feel as well.
Well, are you gonna call me in the middle of a stream and say, Landry?
I wouldn't do
delete my emoji.
I do wonder though, did he pick Duke for just to smut him, and also because he was in the location to try to scare Landry? Like it,
I believe so. Intimidation.
It's usually to cause anxiety. All of these are usually to
so I
cause
don't
some type
see
of anxiety.
any reason for that.
The optics do look a little bit crazy, but just I don't know the whole inner workings of everything. So definitely like the optics look crazy, but also it seems from like what I know about the situation, like the everything that happened with your pops, it seemed like that manifested in the initial conversation between you, NPC, and Duke.
But yeah, he just keeps bringing like so. I'll point this out again. If I would not have confided in him personally about the connection in my real life, which, like I said, this is before I knew about how these internet streets worked, I guarantee you, he would have never thought about this story again. Guarantee it.
Right, that's fair, but we're here now. You know what I mean? We're here.
Well, we're only here now because he keeps taking it to this place because he thinks it can hurt me whenever his feelings get hurt. And I get I shouldn't. We didn't even talk for a whole month. And then what did I do this time that made him? I really can't even remember. It was words.
Nothing. You just went up on panel and he dropped you.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I wish you would tell me what happened. Oh, the awards thing. I made the awards thing. That's what it was.
Yeah. Okay.
And let's remember, folks, we're talking in legal context. This could be rather illegal.
Well, he doesn't care about that because he's in Taiwan.
Yeah.
Oh no. There are still culprits.
No, he was intentionally trying to get Duke in the MO3 sector to fuck with Landry IRL. That's the fact of the matter. He knows their history. He knows what they're about. He knows how they react. That's why he directed the conversation into race baiting. That's why he did the deceptive edits that he did.
Yeah, that's the worst part for me.
He knew the reason that he didn't tell me what he was doing that night. He just made it seem like he was going to have a conversation with him, not talk about this particular thing, because he knew I would have called him out for the race baiting shit. Because my thing is, it's okay when people like Gabe start race baiting and get shit started, but when people like me say you ignorant motherfuckers is why I don't fuck with y'all, it's a problem.
Well, and then just the out of context is the thing that bothers me the most.
When they do it, it's a problem when I do it. Motherfucker.
This probably
am I wrong though, Kev? Am I wrong? But when I do it, it's bad. All right, I bet. I understand. I get it.
My producer says we need to change the topic.
Let me ask you a question. If I could get Gabe up on this panel, could we have like a discussion?
Oh, of course.
I mean?
100%.
Like yourself. Like, okay. All right, give me a second. Let me see what I can do.
The energy certainly seems conducive right now.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think that y'all would jump him, or I don't think we would go after. I think.
That! I can't wait to get up here. I can't
wait
to
cool. head to head.
Landry's always been willing to talk to Gabe.
Yeah, I thought about contacting him privately too, but didn't know if it would be received because we did kind of like throw a few side jabs, and he seems like he takes things pretty personally, pretty quick. But.
That's true, and that's where it can become such a. I mean, it becomes out of hand rather rapidly.
What's scary about that is that's what those people you kind of must distance yourself from. You can only get so close. And I'm sure that's their purpose of doing that is to separate themselves and act through a tantrum or something. But the people who go from 0 to 100 that fucking fast, it sucks, but you got to play them along. But
yeah, and I understand like the emotional aspects of it. Right, he feels, disrespected. He feels hurt. He feels as though I'm untrustworthy. A lot of the same things that others have said to me because I can be careless in my speech, and I don't, like I said earlier, I would like to be able to criticize the people on my team so we can get better, and the same be done to me rather than just it being all or nothing.
I think I don't know, part of it. I don't know, if you accept that you're going to be willing to hop up on panel and criticize motherfuckers, now that people are going to talk about you, and those slants is what the fuck they do. If I sit up on flows and shit on Paul, I don't even have to watch. I expect Paul and OTW to be sitting over
You just said his name,
day.
dude. Now you know what that means, right? We just did a whole 2-hour stream talking shit about Paul.
Right.
Who left?
You got to be able to accept that shit.
Oh, come on, freaking Pero. Just get with the program, dude. Read the room.
I would throw him the fuck out. I don't know why you do dumb shit that you know is just going to be weaponized, Pero.
Yeah, Pero. I don't either. It seems very confusing to me.
Yes, he thinks everybody, an artist, is going to understand your third
I don't
level
even understand him.
chess wisdom and agree with what you know, motherfuckers.
Nobody gives enough to go searching for the nugget of truth you think is buried underneath your bad optics.
Yeah, Pero, it's not helping me. I'll tell you that. You're giving them what they want.
The funny thing is, though, those people who like try to smear Landry and other people for somebody else's bad optics, they show you who they are when they do it. So it's kind of funny, to be honest. You've seen the really shitty edit with the red tint and the fucking...
I hate that. Made me so sad. Not even
the first time I'm gonna throw you under the bus, Cent. The first time I saw anything about your dad was Snafu and Cynthia.
Mm-hmm.
So we're talking about smearing and crushing motherfuckers. It ain't just fucking Gabe. Shit. You don't have an issue with Cynthia.
I got to get a red tint. Hold on.
What? My red tint?
No, red tint, a red filter for your creature now. Evil Cynthia.
Evil Cynthia.
That's how DJ M does it. Yeah, we did talk about it. You and I talked about it, and Flo and I talked about it. Even
everyone was talking about it for like
I talked about it.
Just so you know, Landry, they did talk to me behind the scenes about it, and I did it. Like they both had
Speaking of Cynthia, according to Shadow Buddha, I'm expected to hold you to account for that.
Yeah, I saw that.
And when I ask for evidence, they get really defensive.
Right.
But
what are you supposed to be holding her account for?
Because supposedly I don't remember if I said that they recorded. Well, Snow had told me that they go behind the scenes and record when they ask you to go watch it. Like right now, they will probably are in Discord watching this live. Okay.
Yep.
And so, but it is rumored that they.
That's how they get their clips. They don't use
right.
the YouTube. They use a third-party app.
It's rumored that they record what you saying back there in Discord as well.
Assume they do, because they always show up.
I went up there and I said, hey, they were probably recorded. I don't know if I said they were recording or they probably were recording, but it's alluded that they recorded. So they want OG to hold me accountable for saying that, because they want me to prove that they're recording it. And when he said, well, prove that she said it, and they're like, no.
All right, I hear you. But you did just admit that you said something similar. They probably record that shit.
Right.
And
no, I mean, yeah, Cynthia was my biggest problem, and I miss those days.
When it was just me.
Yeah, dude. I mean, come on, man.
Don't forget about the biggest liar.
I don't like your character, Landry. I just know you. I just don't like you.
Right.
I don't like you either. You're fucking bitchy. And that was, words.
Right.
It was just words. It wasn't. I mean, even though she did do the whole family thing, she was doing the same shit. We're just questioning it.
No,
did this happen? Did that happen? Who knows?
Yeah.
Right.
I don't know.
Who knows? I know.
Exactly.
I know that I wasn't fucking there. Like, what? Hey, $2 from that, which is we miss you, Bex. You haven't seen Bex in a hot minute.
I think she takes a break sometimes.
But like I said, sometimes people we gotta have these issues to really come to the resolution, and then we can respect each other more, having known how it's gonna go down, right? If we just always, and that's why I worry about Pero. We haven't had our beef yet, So how's that going to manifest?
Oh man, we have, so we're good. So that's one of the things that I was talking about is that you push these buttons, and I think OTW told you push the button so you can see what the other people are made of. Like the way you just said, I miss the days of you. You were just bitchy, and yeah, I was showing those lives for snaps. The ones that he did, I made it clear. I did not do this research. I did not pull these videos.
Still, yo,
I am up here, but you know what? That's when
same optics as the Hitler mustache.
My favorite was when you and Snafu went over to start a live stream because me and OTW were making his new intro and his song, and y'all were freaking out. That was like so stupid. Oh my God, OTW and Landry getting along. What is this?
Oh yeah, I miss. Anyways, so yeah, but yes.
I want to say something about Pero.
Go for it. Say it.
When you threw in that, I wonder when it's going to be my turn with Pero. There are certain people who lash out at everybody, and I expect to get a turn from. I wouldn't have threw Pero in there. He seems to stick to the same three motherfuckers his entire life, right? You don't just get into it willy-nilly with motherfuckers.
Amen. Flo, any thoughts, Dusty?
No, I was having a side conversation. I got distracted.
Oh, that's all good, man. I just whatever that was on your show last night. I mean, I almost passed out from
that made me so happy. I'm gonna be reviewing that.
I cannot tell you how much that is the opposite of anything I could ever be like understanding. How is that not manufactured? Like what?
Bro, she self-reported like a motherfucker.
I mean, so I have no idea what she was thinking. She came up and she grifted the audience to tell her dirt on LotionGate, but then she lied about it. Not existing, right? She completely like flipped the script on everything that makes sense at all. If you're gonna come up and say there's nothing, first of all, don't grift people for that.
Right. I've seen the expression on your face.
She wanted to take a swipe at Lauren because I was talking about
what was the expression?
That like you had just talked to her and like you're lying. You just lied.
Oh
to me.
yeah, you did look like baffled. Like you are not gonna do this, lady Alexandria with Naomi. Please read the first 3 minutes of the contacts. You was like, are you crazy? What the fuck is going on here?
No, but Trippy made that shit beautiful.
He did.
Naomi and Resto just wanted to take a swipe at Lauren because I talked about how Resto was a liar and how Naomi probably was just attention seeking, and they got ass mad about it.
See, I'm ready.
That's literally all that was.
You think Resto knew she was going to do that?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah.
I do. Because on my stream, when I talked about it, I don't know if you were watching, but I said she's an attention-seeking slut, and Resto is a fucking liar, so you can't believe anything. And so, like, all the shit that Easy did wrong, this is a fucking nothing burger. Is essentially what I said. And the first people they talked
I just lost so many brain cells. I mean,
think about it.
They just wanted to attack Lauren because she hangs over there, and I kicked both of them out of my chat for like not even related to Lauren reasons. I just don't like them.
Yeah.
And Resto, rather than saying that, yeah, she told me that too, he spent most of the time trying to pull her back. Come on, let's go. Don't do this. Rather than feeling insulted, like you told me something similar.
Now let's burn it down. Says
I don't know that. Yeah, I don't. I think Resto seems. I don't know. Either way, it turned into good content. Whether it and
I wish you would just exposed it.
No,
I know that you do, but
he did, right.
I'm not going to sell my integrity for your satisfaction.
Don't lie to me. You know we ain't got souls. Talking about integrity.
You haven't offered enough money.
That was great.
We don't have enough money. You and me both know this.
Fucking Trippy knew every detail. It dripped coming out, but eventually he was like, listen, you said exactly this, exactly that. And then she would be like, I never said it was a tape. He'll name 12 things she said, and she'll name the one thing she disagrees with. She was telling on herself, like, tremendously.
And what better way for Resto to deflect from himself and his lies than to use an attention-seeking whore to then use that content later on in his future.
Jeez, we all assume the
I mean,
worst.
it's I wouldn't put it past him. I don't personally think that he knew, but either way, like I ain't gonna try to unravel.
Yeah, I didn't get the he knew vibe.
Did Kev get any answers back? I haven't heard back from him about his.
Well, he's probably still looking at all of that shit.
All right.
And yeah, Jody, I agree. Imperious did help Ike sent $500 and he said bring Imperious up for 5 or so minutes, right? I just went ahead and fully unblocked Imperious. The reason he was blocked in the first place is because I was spending too much energy trying to prevent him from causing damage that he needed to cause some benefit to the channel.
I was restreaming and like, I forget who it was. Somebody in my chat, someone who mentioned like Imperious should come up. And then I had mentioned something to you about it. Somebody brought it up on your chat as well. Ike was in my chat when he was like, well, I can pay the bond for Imperious. Like, I muted. I was like, Ike, you should totally do that. It would be funny if you do that. And I did not like. I was like, boom. That shit was wonderful.
Yeah, I knew when I heard because I was looking at something else or I was doing something else, and then when I heard you say you should check your Cash App, I immediately when you it's like hyper speed. My brother into hyper speed. I was like, yes, I should.
So I want to point out $500 from Mike yesterday, $22 for this stream. This has been a great conversation, y'all. We can do better than 22.
There's been resolution.
There's been a ton of stuff here. This has been a great sort of. I enjoyed this. I don't feel drained or emotionally just wrecked like sometimes I do after these streams, and that's always the goal, right?
You're getting better at being on bigger panels too.
Well, it also depends on the day, right? To also, what happened that day, and
don't compliment that nigga yet. It's the energy could change right now with the same number of peoples, and suddenly you'll lose it. Right? See,
doubles over, doubles over, and just like collapses.
Landry.
Okay.
I remember when Landry still had Modern Man #1 and he was actually Modern Man #2, and they had just stopped working together, and he was so freaked out about he just wanted somebody to be on screen with him, and now he doesn't want people to be on screen with him.
Himself, right?
I do, but I don't know. It's like I don't seek power in the way that I prefer this. This has been great, and not a whole lot of people talking over each other. I don't want to use this as a medium for me to just say, no, you know what? You're not welcome here, and then just feel like, yeah, I'm strong, which we see with some people like Talcott and Paul.
It's also your nature. You don't have that instinct to dominate and rule shit and all that. You're kind of a second seat type of guy. If shit's going, swimmingly, you don't have a lot to say about it.
Yeah,
shout out D4. That was a good call, D4. So if you're behind that, I appreciate it. I don't know if you were here when I said a minute ago, but I gave him a full release, not just a temporary one.
No. Was he nicer to you? Did he have less to say about it?
He seemed so happy with himself.
Can't wait.
Yeah, and he will get himself in trouble again. I have no doubt. But
he
might not.
He might.
I think that Imperious has more capacity to improve himself than like Snafu, for instance.
The thing about Imperious is he is like the hype man for these YouTube channels. Like he's the bad guy that people pay to hate. And he knows his role, and he's gonna push his boundaries on that role. He's gonna make you hate him because it's real for the entertainment.
See, that's just how people justify being douchebags, right? Like that's what Paul does. I'm just being real, like everyone's got a reason why they're a douchebag.
That's not what I'm saying. Like he's making you hate him, so it's real for the entertainment. Like the creator.
I'm not convinced that that's what he's doing intentionally. I think he just might be a full douche.
Oh yeah, no, it helps. It helps, but I'm saying he does that. He fully knows his role in the YouTube space, and he's fine with that. Doesn't matter. He makes people money getting kicked off.
You're the one being stalking me.
He had not made me much. Hey, who's that guy? He had not made me that much money until the other night. And then it's like,
okay, he's made me $800.
Nice.
He's made CT a lot of money. I don't know, but like,
yeah, I think that. Well, maybe it's my management. I sort of keep a pretty firm grip on how much annoyance I'll put up with out of somebody.
Paid off in
that
the
might
end.
that might be the issue as well.
Yeah.
Well, it's not the annoyance. It's time after time he kept violating TOS.
And that's another thing. Woo!
Speaking
Look
of-
at her dancing.
I know it's so distracting, right? It's supposed to be just a silent background, but because so many people aren't on cam, so but then it just becomes like, whoa, what's that? Ooh,
Yeah.
look how old Snow looks.
Yeah, I'm trying to look for everybody who I recognize. That's what it always turns into for me. Like the girl in the black and the short haired girl dancing. I don't know who they are.
Rose.
Rose. Okay.
I didn't know that was Tommy at first.
Fucking, I need one of these intros.
Yeah, man.
Fucking Moose.
Was that your co-host from the beginning?
Who?
Man, number one.
Who?
In the suit?
No, that's Moose.
Oh.
Moose made this, yeah. This is what I'm saying. This is what it should happen, right? Whenever you have something that you're doing with someone, you should inspire them, and then they just do it better than you. I don't think I could come up with something that looked this good. Where I think he could improve is with the editing.
I thought you did do this. I didn't know.
No, this is him.
This. Okay.
No, I did the other one because I stopped paying for the service. It's too damn expensive, and I'm not, logically it makes no sense for me to keep using it. This one I made because this is with the cheap shit.
Okay.
That's why it's not as, it's just silly, just dancing, I like that though. I like because it works with anything. Any song that came on right now, it would go with it.
Even quiet.
Unless it's a sad song.
This is funny. Oh man, I've been in so many of these videos. From when technology was a lot worse. Woo.
There he goes with it.
All your feelers, you're triggered and stop playing
Because for me, that's easier if I do that than if I just have to. I don't like to do just the song and a still screen. So if I'm trying to be lazy and I don't want to make a whole ass video, I can just use this and it's all right. There's something going on for your eyeballs because people are so fucking short attention span. That's why anytime I try to share any Panelverse shit on Reddit or anywhere, they're like, "What the fuck is it? 4 hours? You wish I'd watch that."
Yeah, I mean that's a pretty big chunk to share though.
Well, yeah, I just don't fucking break it down like I should. I know there's some tools that can do it for you automatically to make shorts and all that, but nobody wants to see shorts from
Most
content they don't recognize.
Most, I was looking for you in chat. I'm glad to see you. I was wondering, Moose, if you can see my icon up there. Hold on. Yeah, sis.
Most of the actors in one spot have fun acting. These people are so dumb. The Browns boy, TML. Sorry, I know that I'm going to piss people off here, but this sort of it's repetitive. Just everybody's acting, everybody's LARPing. The Megatard.
Wait. Yeah, I was gonna say we have the whole crew here. The Megatard has been formed.
But who is the crew? Like it changes. This is not even like I thought. The Megatard was me, Cynthia. Who else was on there?
Joe Cool.
Joe Cool. Okay.
Well, they said that they were missing someone, so I assumed that someone was me because all of you guys were up there.
Megatard.
I was busy. The Megatard has been formed.
And then it's like just a Transformer 3-second loop video, and this is the best AI I've ever seen. This is amazing. All right. That's when people don't actually mean what they say. They're just saying what they think the person who's on their team wants to hear.
Well, the thing is, like, they think that, like, the whole thing about being called an actor, like, it's retarded. It's not that serious.
No.
Like, I'm an entertainer. I make money entertaining people and having conversations. Cry about it. It's either jealousy or retardation.
Or it's like narcissism. It's like narcissist. It's a word they like to just sling around and apply to everybody.
Right. It would have been cool if you could have had Chucks calling them gay or something, like at the same time.
I need to get more Chuck, like with his face in it, saying some crazy shit, so I can edit some good little quips to go with that moment, or him like laughing, like in silent rocking motion, diabolical laughing.
I wonder, like, I find myself getting back to talking about the people that bitch about actors. Like, I get, and I don't mean this as like just a raw insult. Like, I literally find myself sometimes thinking, like, what has had to happen to them for them to be this retarded or this hyper focused on fucking with somebody for no reason?
Maybe they're acting. Who knows?
No, did they get bullied, or are they that schizophrenic?
I think that might be an issue, right? Like a mental, like a paranoia thing. So it's either
it's a deep
drugs or
it's a deep insecurity of failure. They can't do it on their own. People are so conditioned that you have to have somebody else's help, and that's pathetic.
Well, they just say the stupidest shit trying to get under your skin, and it's like what you say doesn't annoy me. It's the fact that you're like a parasite, like a flea on my ass that won't leave me alone.
a flea. I've never heard that phrase. The flea on my ass.
You talking about like the Red Hot Chili Peppers basis, like on that ass? That's pause.
Did you get a hold of him?
Yeah, bro, it's busy.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, I'd like to do it somewhere else, to be honest with you, not here, but whoever wants to, mediate that.
I think it's a possibility for sure at a later date, but you know what I'm saying? It's early morning. It's early morning, like Monday over there,
It's like next week over there.
Right.
For sure, man.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll try to set it up though, bro. I'll do my best because I don't want to see this shit. This shit is weird.
It's
you know
too
what I mean?
far,
Everybody
man. It's too much. It's dark. Nobody feels good about it. Nobody feels happy. It's not creatively inspiring.
Bro. Yeah, and I seen Flo even hop out like Gabe had said something in the chat. Flo like, hey, watch your mouth, nigga. You ain't gonna
Somebody get the red tent. Red tent.
Everybody. Yeah, hell yeah. Hold on, Flo. What we doing?
We got to get the bad filter.
Do the
Yeah.
How dare you?
All right, y'all. I got to make it out of context real quick.
Watch your goddamn mouth. Yeah. I don't like that shit though. I don't like seeing everybody like beefing over bullshit. You know what I mean? It's not that serious. I think it can be squashed. Everybody just move on a hunky dory or whatever. That's just me though. And you look weird, Flo. Put your fucking ring light on, fool. Fuck wrong with you?
He has some funny
dark
moments.
Flo, bro.
I do the same thing though. That's what happens when you keep your camera on. A lot of people just turn it off, but when you just disengage and you're not focusing, you'll make some weird faces.
Was I making a weird face?
I thought
no,
so,
you weren't. You can't really see your face, bro. It's all hello.
Yeah, bro. He's mega.
Landry, like, yeah, you did, motherfucker.
I mean, I got a lot of good ones of him making a funny face. Like in my
see, there's positive Flo.
That's positive Flo. The other was dark Flo. Okay.
Yeah, we need it's negative Flo. We need negative Flo. There.
There you go, my nigga. The fuck?
Oh man.
I love you guys.
I love you.
I love Landry and Wizard and OG and Joe Cool.
Even OG?
Kev and Cynthia. Chuck's all right. I love.
That dude.
Where do you get the Ronald McDonald
a week
haircut?
away from killing somebody right there.
I don't know who this guy is.
I don't know that.
One more rough day and somebody's got to go.
I'm trying to find my favorite
I'm saying
one.
you should get the one. You should get the one with my profile picture right now.
And I love the producer Moose. And I was just kidding. Chuck's more than all right. I love Chuck too.
I love everybody except for.
Do it by name, Landry.
I don't want to
be specific.
I don't want to do
it. Yeah, be specific.
I do kind of have resting serial killer face.
You do.
The eyes, dude. Your eyes are more open than there are.
I wish that guy, if he say that shit one more time. They use that look. He's one more time.
No, dude.
The next motherfucker that say he got that look on it.
Was it generally specific when you were trying to get generally specifics StreamYards and he fucking booted you and you were just sitting there staring at the camera?
Oh wow. You remember that.
It may have been. There's a lot of people that boot me and block me.
But you were just like
Dude,
you were like
so
in
quick.
malicious contemplation. You were like, "How can I ruin this person's life?"
Malicious contemplation is funny.
Here we go. That's my favorite one. Oh, that's edited there. Here's the non-edited. You just were sitting down like that, like it was not a thing. You're just like, yeah, look how happy I look. This is a great fucking panel, Jack. Oh, that's another classic.
Oh yeah, that one's good.
Oh my best friend.
we got to get.
All I saw was titties on the left hand side. I couldn't even tell you.
Get your mind out of the gutter, man.
That was
I was looking at the Yetis too. Yeah, I was looking at.
Yeah,
the
I mean, yeah. Was Jennifer hot? Go back.
I mean, how old do you like them? I know you like the old ones.
She was a former bodybuilder, so she still had a very good body, like Rasta's girl.
Bodybuilder? What are you talking?
Does she like do Kegels?
Your banner looks like it flunked out of kindergarten.
Well, it's also false. I mean, we can't do better because here we are. I got to do it this slow way. Well, this is going to end right now. I'm not going to give y'all the big bombshell. If you know, I'm not going to show y'all Jennifer's boobs if you don't.
If you don't kick in some bread. That's right. You got to keep on the
I recall correctly. That's what he said about her, because one time he had her stand up and she was still pretty fit.
Yeah.
Why does he always look like he's crying in freeze frame?
Because he is.
Yes, he is.
Oh shit! I don't have my sound effect because I had to switch over to StreamYard, the new one again. Because I don't know how y'all pay $80 a month for this shit.
$80.
80.
You pull out your credit card. You type the numbers in.
No, because you can get it for $1, and I'll keep doing. That's the one thing I'm never gonna feel
for a StreamYard
for Pro or Premium or whatever.
What?
I pay 45.
I pay 45.
Maybe your grandfather didn't.
My shit is $88.
$1.
I pay $88.
You could pay $1 everyone. Wait, no, I got to stop saying that.
Now, how many hours of storage do you have?
50.
Okay, me too. Yeah, I don't know how that.
It's a little life hack. Yep. But I should shut my mouth because then they'll take it away, and I would never fucking use this again. I would finally learn OBS because I'm not.
It's the same thing I do with YouTube.
What is that, Wizard?
The N-word.
The N-word.
I swear to God, this dude is like killing me today.
He's been
what's Wizard? Too. Wizard, will you please lay your nuggets of knowledge on us so we don't have to go searching through your fucking
Wizard, don't say anything. Make them pay us first.
Yeah.
I ain't paying for shit. I'll just sit here and scumbag Wizard.
Down to my brother Landry, and I'll tell you.
Well, your brother.
Oh, don't do that, man. Now we're brothers. Oh, the two brothers with the mustaches. Dude, you were just writing the story for him, man.
That would explain the racism.
Oh, man. Brother. It's more like
y'all's father taught y'all racism. That's
the
well,
real,
your brother
that's
must
the
have turned your
secret,
mic down because you sound really far away.
Oh, me?
Pero.
Oh, I made it go automatically because his thing that he does where he starts talking and it's like full blast and then it sounds less so as the sentence goes along. So it's like a pop.
Yeah, you got the gaming headset, huh, Pero? It's like the mic off the side.
It does look like can you imagine him playing some Xbox?
Oh, you actually okay? You actually got
with
a mic.
with that salute he gave, I can imagine him being in an original COD lobby.
Yeah,
that'd be so much fun, dude, to see what you would do. Pero, I told Jack Talcott the same thing, man. Hey, you want to get new people in here? Just go play Call of Duty. They'd love to see something like that. All right, go. Oh, man, darn it. Oh, you goofballs.
You ever heard of it?
Bro, you're white. You're white as fuck. My nigga said, darn it.
That's
darn
my
it.
Talcott. I would never say darn it.
Anybody ever see the Murder Dome?
The Murder Dome?
Yeah, his name of the show, The Murder Dome.
Doesn't sound familiar.
I think OTW was playing it yesterday or today, but the dude did a clip or short of him playing Talcott. It was hilarious. He was spoofing on Jack. It was a hoot.
I should get WWE SmackDown versus Raw and make everybody in the panel verse a fucking wrestler and just let
That's
the AI
gay.
start fighting.
That's
That'd
gay.
be funny. Hell in the Cell match.
It's not gay.
That would be funny.
Yeah, it's just niggas in spandex crawling over each other's backs. It's not gay. You telling me?
You're gonna be in the next video.
It's not gay if you make eye contact, all right, or they crack a smile.
As long as you don't oil them up first, it's not gay.
Oh yeah, they used to be doing the baby oil too back in the day.
Yeah, it's probably gay.
Probably.
You know they oiling up back there.
227. All right. We couldn't get the conversation going. Here's the thing, right? Where I wanna go ahead and this has been great. I'm out of shit to say. I would love to end this. Are y'all streaming? Anyone else here? I got to get outside, otherwise I won't respect myself.
I'm probably gonna go live a little later, but I'm not right now.
Right. So let's see if anyone's live. I want to send everyone to Speakeasy. Just kidding. He's got everyone has me blocked, dude. I don't have any idea what these people's
Well, when you have Flow stamped on you, it does come with a certain
I haven't stamped him. I'm gonna give him the mushroom slap.
No, we always
I have
yeah, we always get associated with you, and they'll be like, "Stop it, they're Flow." Like even when we were on that paranormal roundtable, it was like, "Do you know how many text messages I'm getting to get the trash off of the panel?" I was like, "Damn."
That has nothing to do with me. That's because of
those were all from OTW.
Yeah.
I just feel like our little panel verse, and you happen at that moment in time represent the panel verse.
The paranormal roundtable, they drug their drama of there, right? That's
I don't know. I've never watched them. That was my first time.
I get the most hate for my association with Flow, but I also get to be able to go to the most places without getting blocked. It's weird. It's weird as fuck.
I don't even try because
they're like, "OG, you are neutral, but you fuck with Flow, so fuck you." And I'm like, well, fuck you too.
Yeah,
How about
is that your video, Flow?
Over there with Flow.
The one that's premiering now?
Oh
yeah. You
Can I
can
see
rate
people
the
there?
premiere. It's a
Okay,
premiere.
yeah.
You can rate it if you.
Give him
Kev's going live.
Oh, Kev's going live. Okay, cool. I'll do that. Yeah,
He
cool.
said give him a few minutes.
All right, sorry. I'm not very smart.
Okay. But in the meantime, while Kev's setting that up, y'all can go like my premiere.
What?
Yeah.
It's the from last night. I'm cutting last night's stream up into chunks, and that's the first one. It was when I was over debating Marte on Grid Ones.
Oh, that
was a question. Did Marte something? That was a poll question or something. Did Marte spaz out or something?
Oh, that guy's been, he's out here trying to demonstrate his loyalty to Andrew. So he's spent a week talking shit about me, and finally I caught up with him, and he needs to stop because he's just too fucking stupid. He's stupid.
Yeah.
All right. I'm gonna go watch your premiere, and then that'll give y'all time to set up with Cavs.
Later, dog. And I do want to put another call out here, right, to the true value that I bring. Anybody needs anything, any video edits, any sort of tech shit, happy to do it. I'm happy to make some things happen. It's where I'm bringing the IRL to the internet. Because I got to do both. You can't do one or the other. You know what I mean?
I may pay you for an editor. Like I may need to talk to you more about that.
Well, dude, I mean, here's the thing, right? I'll always do shit for free in the hopes that you'll see, not like everything, but I'll just give you something, throw it your way for free. If you like it, you don't like it, you tell me what you think could be done different. And we can work from there. I'm not crazy expensive because I believe true value is found in building those long-term.
I am serious about the edits, but you should throw me your number so I can send you my bikini pic.
I know you want to call me on stream and say, Landry, please change the emoji. I don't want it anymore.
I just really, really want the attention of a married man for some reason. All of a sudden,
what a flop that was, dude!
Yeah.
Like, Jesus, I don't know if I told you this, Flo. I had to go through the on-screen call with my wife and just go through the whole conversation because she doesn't have. We don't have trust issues, but when she heard what's this girl calling you, and she saw for every 20 messages she sent, there was one for me. So it's just total well, I can send you titty pics. We can pretend I sent them, and I'm just okay. Just no response, just no. And then so at the very end, she just ran out of options. I guess she had to be like, yes, I have his number. Oh,
Yeah,
I need a married man.
Lindsay plays the really subtle gaslighty game. Like, so when she was on, I did see when she was on panel the other day after that happened, and she was like, "Oh, I didn't mean to make your wife insecure." Ding. And then she there's like an intentional overreaction, like, "Oh my gosh, no, we never did anything." Da 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 da. You can read all my messages. It's like,
and then she messaged
it's like
Chuck.
triple reverse psychology or something.
It's not very effective. She messaged Chuck saying, "Can you please tell him I didn't beg to have my emoji there?" I said, "Okay, you asked me repeated times. Sorry, I said the word beg, but not once, not twice, but 3 times. Can I please have the bikini emoji so later on I can get mad about it?" It's so silly. Like, what is the point of that shit? I'm sure Pero has an answer. He's always been beefing with her.
Yeah, but his answer is going to be something opaque.
Hey, that's just because you're living.
It'll be like, the answer is Hitler's willing executioners, and that's why I wear the mustache.
So I've never
you wouldn't get it, Flo. You wouldn't. You don't. You're not esoteric enough. You gotta study more. You gotta study more into the zodiac.
Right, exactly. There's a ton of people, and I'm not saying this about wizards specifically, although maybe it fits. But like 5-speed. There's people like that who will say ambiguous shit to make you put the rest together because they're not really saying anything at all.
Oh yeah,
yeah, that's the art of it, my boy.
Yeah, Confucius say, "Confuse thine enemy."
Yeah, exactly. Forced to crash out. You know what I'm saying? In modern day
Flo, you're showing your soft white underbelly now. I'm just gonna start speaking in riddles.
I was just sitting here thinking, like, damn, I wish I had got him instead of Katie that one time.
Listen, blessings, y'all. Appreciate you having me up,
like,
man.
you hadn't even started doing anything
ready
yet.
yet,
I was like, this bitch smells blood in the water.
Oh yeah, no, like I'm definitely next time you're doing a religious stream, I'm just gonna start fucking speaking in riddles.
All right, I put in the back chat, not Pero, OG, if you want to shoot me a text. And I don't know if that means if he left that he's live yet. I'm not sending it to Talcott, dude. What? He had like 3 people here. I'm sure he didn't send them.
Refresh your studio window before you go looking for it.
But so like Truther Cop was here earlier saying, everyone, please come to Talcott. Please come. I hate that shit's so stupid. I mean, I get it.
I kick people out for that shit.
Well, he wasn't up on panel. He was just in the chat, but it's just retarded. Yeah, and then some username I've never seen before saying the same shit. I don't know who that was, but it's just like, no, now I'm not ever sending to Talcott. Here he is. All right, here we go. Thank you, people. And we will see you again. And yeah, did you get my number, OG?
Yeah, I got it. I got it.
Kick, boom, kick, boom. We're going to go outside. And it's going to be kind of nice. All right. And it should be ending and then transferring over. I want to make sure I do this one more time. Where the fuck did I put it? Here we go.